JRM Video Productions, winners of a Regional Emmy Award for live sporting event.
JRM Sports welcomes you to the following presentation of President's Athletic Conference Football, produced by JRM Video Productions.
Welcome to Frank B. Fuhrer Field in Meadville, Pennsylvania for a beautiful fall day in the President's Athletic Conference and our matchup between the visiting Waynesburg University Yellow Jackets and the Allegheny Gators on KDKA Plus. And we welcome you inside the broadcast booth. Austin Bexel will join alongside Alex Tarrant. Lily Peters is a third member of our crew today, and she will join us momentarily. All right, Alex, this is a matchup between two teams trying to find wins. Waynesburg and Allegheny coming into today with just a combined 3 wins. 2 for Waynesburg, 1 for Allegheny. Yellow Jackets victorious last week on homecoming against Bethany. Allegheny has not won a game since the first game of the season.
And also, you talked about 2 teams that are really desperate for a win, but also trying to find momentum going to the end of the season and eventually pushing the next season. But both teams have a lot of key players, a lot of bright spots on these teams, both offensively and defensively.
And the biggest positive in this game has to be Zane Colley, the running back for the Waynesburg University Yellow Jackets. He's had a terrific season with ranks in the top 10 nationally in terms of rushing yards and yards per carry. Colley has been terrific, Alex.
And last week, he had a season-best 255 rushing yards, 3 touchdowns. He leads the entire conference in rush yards per game and all-purpose yards, but also his 774 rush yards on the season is first in the PAC. He's the focal point of this offense, but it's all up to the offensive lineman if they can get that push and really open up those holes for him to run and really impact this game.
Allegheny had Jack Johnson as its starting quarterback for a plethora amount of time, but now it's Trevor Brinzik's show, the senior quarterback from Franklin Regional High School. One key for him is to just try to limit the amount of turnovers, 6 interceptions on the season.
And he's coming off a really nice performance last week when he's throwing for 360 yards and 2 touchdowns against Geneva, which is a very impressive stat line considering a lot of them came in the second half. But also, Coach Layer is going to find ways to really have Brinzik get rid of the football quickly. He's going to incorporate a lot of different receivers, a lot of different playmakers. But look for him to really bring that senior leadership and that confidence to a really young Allegheny team who's really struggling with injuries.
It's a matchup between 2 head coaches in their first couple of years in the PAC. Braden Layer's second season leading the Gators. Dr. Cornelius Coleman leading the Yellow Jackets under his 3rd season. What are the keys to the game on both sides?
And for Waynesburg, they have to slow the game down. They really want to control the clock, really push forward, and keep Allegheny's offense off the field, and they really got to limit big plays on defense. They did a great job last week against Bethany, really finding ways to take the ball over in the red zone. And with Kulik Wooden had a great job last week of intercepting the ball in the end zone at the end of the first half, and they also held Bethany to a field goal when they were inside the 5. And those are the plays that make the difference in a tight football game. And for Allegheny, right, they really have to start fast. They have a sluggish start last week against Geneva, giving up 344 yards and 30 unanswered points. They need to come out firing on all cylinders if they really want to avoid another start like that. And then they really got to control the line of scrimmage. And we talked about how athletic Allegheny is up front, but they really need to play fast and physical if they want to keep up with this heavy Waynesburg rushing attack.
Waynesburg has never beaten Allegheny in the 6 times that the 2 teams have met. Will that change today? Find out next. PAC football after this on KDKA Plus.
As someone who disrupts plans for a living, I can't say enough about the importance of life insurance. Sometimes you can see the end zone right ahead of you, you can have a clear shot, then bam, it's Cam. A policy from GBU Life can let you focus more on getting out from under what life throws at you and worry less about protecting the life you are working hard to build. You can get a policy with GBU Life that is affordable to you now and build on it for the future with their guaranteed purchase option rider. Get started protecting the life you are building today at gbu.org.
From heating and cooling to a large array of construction equipment, Herc Rentals has the gear you need to get the job done. Herc Rentals is already a staple in several communities across the United States and Canada and have been serving our customers' needs since 1965. with a catalog of equipment that spans the spectrum of almost every kind of solution you can think of. To learn more about Herc Rentals, visit hercrentals.com or call us at 1-888-777-2700.
One-handed grab, what a score! Runs his way into the end zone. Up to the races to the 20, 15, 10, 5 into the end zone again. Just about set to go between Waynesburg and Allegheny. Braden Lair, we mentioned it, second season, 4-13 overall, 1-0 against Waynesburg, and Austin P. grad in 2014. And this is an offense that really likes to throw the football. Everything that they do really revolves around the quarterback position, trying to establish the run a little bit too to open it up, but definitely a pass-happy offense, 174 passing yards per game and only 65 rushing yards per game. Allegheny will get the ball first, so Waynesburg will get it. To begin the second half of play, the Yellow Jackets will kick it away. Drew Pinkerton, the sophomore kicker, donning number 38, will kick it away with 2 men back deep for Allegheny. Chris Geiswhite, Jaden Thorpe, back to return. Ian Dursey, 82 as well. Dependable wide receiver, 5'9" senior, standing at the near side hash. Pinkerton set to kick away, and we're underway from Frank B. Fear Field, where Dursey takes it from the 5. Dursey with some space, past the 20, far side, past the 30. A flag does come in, right around the 20-yard line. It's also a pink out here at Allegheny with players donning pink socks, pink arm sleeves, raising awareness for breast cancer awareness. We'll see where the starting field position is for the Gators, led by Trevor Brinzik, the senior quarterback from Franklin Regional. 58% completion rate this year. And it is a hold. Brinzik, 91 of 157 on the season, 4 touchdowns, 6 picks, 923 passing yards on the season. So could surpass, in all likelihood will, 1,000 yards in the game today for the season. He lines up with 2 backs, one behind him, one to the left. And Brinzik on a quick pass, it's caught. Chris Geiswhite on the reception, close to a first down. Waynesburg trying to rip at the football at the 21-yard line. And Geiswhite is going to be 1 yard shy.
And Geiswhite's just one of those extra playmakers that they have on this Allegheny passing attack. And Brinzik has a lot of options he wants to go to. And Geiswhite gets the first nod on the first pass attempt of the game. And right now you just see Coach Laird just really wants to give Trevor Brinzik the keys to start this game.
He is the leader in terms of receiving yards, 340 before that reception that went for 9. Second down for the Gators. Mainly a shotgun offense for Trevor Brinzik. Ball in the near side hash. Dominic Baraducci, the running back. They send him in motion towards the near side. And Brinzik on a design quarterback run. Picks up the first down and more. Brinzik past the 30-yard line to the 35. Trevor Brinzik's long on the season coming in was only 12 yards. How about that carry to pick up the first of the season of the game?
And you really got to like the play design here with having Brinzik faking to the running back and then really making his own reads, and he's doing a great job already.
Brinzik on a quick pass. Geiswhite once again, the receiver. And Geiswhite gets knocked out of bounds. Strong tackle there from Brandon Tyson up from his defensive back spot. Play some corner, also play some safety. Tyson, one of the main veterans at corner defensive back for Waynesburg. Only goes for a 2-yard pickup.
And also something that coaches like to do in high-tempo offenses is, run up to the ball and then immediately go to quick screen and immediately have someone like Geiswhite who's quick, very agile player. And once you get the ball in his hand, just seeing what he can do. And it's basically just see if you can catch the defense off guard.
And Braden Lair runs the offense. Lines up 2 receivers to the far side. A tight end goes in motion. His first handoff for Baraducci. He makes the guy miss. And gets past the 45 close to a first down. It is good enough up to the 46. A productive first drive for Allegheny to start.
And you're seeing a lot of different people get involved. And you have Brinzik even taking some of these design runs in their time, in that time gives it to Baranducci, who has a pretty big hole to work with, because you have someone like Trevor Brinzik who is able to make some plays with his legs and make it easier on the running backs.
Similar formation. We'll see a lot of Austin Williams at tight end, a converted quarterback to tight end the last couple of years. Receiver in motion. Brinzik steps up, tries to evade the rush. Pass is incomplete. A dangerous pass that was almost intercepted. Diving attempt from the Yellow Jackets. It was Kalik Wooten, who we highlighted a little earlier on.
And Wooten is a very active member of the secondary, and he's always seems to find where the ball is going, and that time gets a little close to potentially turning over the football, but you're not really seeing as many deep threats here for the Allegheny offense. You see a lot of guys that work underneath the sticks and work in the middle of the field, but you need someone that can really extend the field, and I think Geisway is probably your best option.
Williams, the tight end, lines up in the slot. Right near the far side hash. High snap, Brinzik corrals it, and on a quick pass, it's caught by Dursey. Dursey able to make his way into Waynesburg territory.
And that was really close. Dursey loses the football there. Gets one of those lucky bounces. It goes right back into his chest. But once Waynesburg and the Yellow Jackets know that they can potentially jar that football loose, I think they're going to keep trying to poke at it.
But not close enough to be ruled an incompletion, though, right?
No, he still made this football move, and it was a short screen pass anyway, so he had a couple yards before he lost control.
3rd down and 5 at the Waynesburg 49-yard line. Shotgun for Brinzik. One receiver to the far side. Trips to the near side, all bunched in tight. It's a rollout towards the near side. Brinzik under pressure. Tries to get away. Brinzik will tuck and run for it. Loses the football as he hits the ground. Waynesburg picks it up, but Brinzik is down by contact at the 48. He is still 4 yards shy of a first down. It will be 4th down, and the punting unit comes on for Allegheny.
I will say, Brinzik being a little dangerous with the football when he goes to reach out. Finds a way to get down before he loses it, but on back-to-back plays, the Waynesburg defense feels pretty good when they see the ball on the ground.
And there's Wooten once again, right around the football as he usually is for the Jackets. Brinzik also serves as the punter. It was the case when Jack Johnson was the quarterback as well, so a role that Brinzik is familiar with. Isaac Trout back for Waynesburg. It's a high kick, and Trout calls for a fair catch at the 22. So it brings out the Waynesburg offense. We'll see 2 different quarterbacks today, but Samuel Barber is the main starter for the Jackets. It's definitely a run-heavy offense with Zane Cawley. Cawley 700-plus yards on the season rushing, and we'll take a look at him in Waynesburg's first drive after this on KDKA+.
Timeout, media.
At 2 Men and a Junk Truck, we can remove your things, so you have room to dream.
It's time to rediscover the original Voodoo Brewing Company pub in beautiful downtown Meadville. Enjoy world-renowned craft beer, delicious and unique cocktails made with our new lineup of VBC spirits and one-of-a-kind food items. Follow our Facebook and Instagram pages to stay updated on our series of live music. And if you're looking to take your celebration to the next level or host a private event, look no further than our production facility, only at Voodoo Brewing Company.
It's Potomac Furniture's 75th anniversary sale. Celebrate our birthday with 40, 50, and 60% savings. Stop in today, Route 19 in McMurray, or visit PotomacFurniture.com. Furniture of distinction at a price you can afford.
Welcome back to Allegheny. First drive for the Waynesburg University Yellow Jackets. Sam Barber from Johnstown, Pennsylvania, a senior 6'2" quarterback. In the pistol formation, Zane Colley, the junior 5'7" running back, gets his first call. Runs to the near side. Colley with a ton of speed. Allegheny's already looking for a holding call for the near side of the field on the first play, but Colley's able to gain a decent amount of yards up to the 29. It's about a 6-yard gain.
And I mean, I just love the way that Colley runs the football. And, you know, a little bit shorter of a stature, but he just has so much strength behind those legs, and he really keeps that pile moving, and he's definitely just a big play waiting to happen.
Two receivers to the far side, two to the near side. Very much a run-heavy offense for Waynesburg, but they'll also throw it to Colley, as they do here. Past the 30, Colley getting close to a first down, breaks off a tackle, and is able to pick it up to the 35.
And they just find so many ways to get him involved. And other than just giving him the football as a handoff, they love to give him these swing passes and just see what he does with some smaller defenders trying to tackle him, some outside linebackers, some safeties, some corners, and just seeing what he can do. And in 2 plays, moving the sticks, he just does exactly that.
Waynesburg only averages just under 15 points per game compared to giving up 30. Oddly enough, both teams on the season have scored 88 points. Colley, another call to the far side. Flag does come in. Colley breaks off another tackle, picks up 11. We'll see if the play will stand. And the direction is already being pointed backwards on a holding call.
Holding, offense, number 74. Second down.
Jacob Brisky, the left tackle.
First down.
Junior, 6'4", 285 pounds. Graduate of Latrobe High School. The guilty party on the hold.
And also, we talk about how penalties are usually the main disruptor of a flow of an offense, but I think nothing impacts this offense more than penalties and getting behind the sticks, because Colley doesn't become the number one option anymore. And in 2nd and 20s and 1st and 20s, and it's just so hard to see ways to get him involved, especially handing him the football.
Ball is placed on the near side hash. Still some confusion on the Waynesburg side, as the play clock will now be repumped after we're starting to trickle down. 9.5 left. The first quarter, first drive for Waynesburg. Colley remains in the back. They send Isaac Trout in motion. And handoff for positive yard. It's actually Carson Shriver. It's good gain, getting all the penalty yards back to the original line of scrimmage.
Right, and you don't see Colley in that play, but I just know that they like the way that Shriver runs the football, and maybe just a little change of pace back, but able to get a lot of that penalty yards back, which sets them up a little bit better on 2nd down.
Yeah, they put Shriver in there to just try to spell Colley as much as possible by the amount of carries that he receives. Braden Layer called him the best back in the PAC. Trying to slow him down any way possible. Barber throws over the middle, pass deflected, incomplete. Samuel Cato was the closest man there defensively for the Gators. There is a flag thrown at the 42-yard line. Very close to being intercepted, but was there a reason why? Vital Joseph is being called for pass interference and will move the ball up to the 42-yard line. Here's the play.
But also, you're also going to see the fullback, and that's Miles, the junior, just going up the sideline on the left side without anybody anywhere near him. And didn't seem like Barber really saw him come out of the backfield, but he just kind of got lost in that Allegheny secondary, and no one was anywhere near him. And he actually almost got the tip ball that was caused by the pass interference.
And Joseph there just a little bit too early. On first down, handoff up the middle, plenty of running room. Colley breaks off another tackle. Colley to the 40-yard line and dragged down out of bounds with the flag coming in. Great run for Zane Colley of 20 yards. And there might be more penalty yardage added on. Referees converging at the 40-yard line on the near side, right near the Allegheny sideline. Colley also had his hands up into the face mask.
Personal foul, face mask on the offense. 15-yard penalty. Still first down.
And instead of a potential horse collar tackle, they get Colley for the face mask. It'll still be a first down, though, after the long run.
And Colley tries to bounce this football out. Tries to get the edge, which he's done a great job of doing already today, but you just see him just grabbing the face mask, and then the horse collar tackle follows after the face mask, so they'll usually give that ruling to the defense.
So it ends up putting the ball at the 45. So ended up gaining just a couple yards out of it. But it is first down, and Chains are trying to get everything sorted out here. It should be 1st and 10. Now they're moving backwards to set up 1st down and 7 after the penalty. And that's where it'll be at the 45 on the near side hash. Barber in the shotgun. Takes it, looks to Colley. He's got it with good blocking out in front of him. Colley first down and more. Down the sideline. Zane Colley in Allegheny territory. This time it'll stand.
This is a great play design. Getting him on those swing passes. Getting him outside the interior part of the defense. You see the great blocking on the outside by the wideouts, and you see Richmond on the outside just really holding onto his block, letting Colley get past that first level and have some room to run.
They give it to him again. And another positive pickup inside the 40-yard line to about the 37.
And Colley gets so many carries. He gets his number called quite a few times over the course of the game. But also, it's how effective he is with those carries. You know, usually when running backs get the ball every other play or every play, their kind of effectiveness kind of falls off at the end. But right now, Colley doesn't look like he's really slowing down here. Still getting the 4 to 5 yards a carry like we're accustomed to earlier in the season.
Colley was on the D3 football team of the week after his 249-yard, 3-touchdown performance against Bethany. Quick pass from Barber. It is caught. And on a dive, Trout was able to make the reception after only a gain of 1. We'll set up 3rd down and 5.
And Barber just a little low into the left of his intended receiver. I mean, even if you drop that football, it ends up at the same exact point, exact spot. So kind of a wash of a play for the Jackets, but 3rd down, the Waynesburg Yellow Jackets are amazing when it comes to 3rd down conversions.
Converting on 45% of their plays on 3rd down. The pass to Colley, trying to break off a tackler. Does. Colley picks it up. Still going inside the 25 and makes a move as he's getting tackled down to the 21. Waynesburg is top 50 in the nation in 3rd down percentage as well as completion percentage. A lot of quick completions to get the ball out of Barber's hand. And when you run it as effectively as that, why not?
I mean, there's no one else that you'd rather go to on 3rd and short, especially when it comes to how much trouble Allegheny has had defending and also tackling the running back in Zane Colley.
Colley up over 140 rushes on the season. We'll get another here. Colley with space. Colley to the 10 and close to another 1st down. Zane Colley sets up 1st and goal Yellow Jackets.
Between the swing passes, between the inside runs, it's how do you stop this guy? You know exactly he's getting the ball as a defender, and you just know that you got to find a way to stop him at some point and make Sam Barber beat you. And right now, it doesn't look like they even need to think about the quarterback play with how effective the running back has been.
And this offensive line for Waynesburg has done a really nice job, especially on the right side. Andrew Vessels, Dalton Scruggs, Grant Murrin as they give it to Colley again. And Colley pushes it way towards the 5-yard line, inside the 5 to the 4.
Waynesburg's really used the fullback a lot today, and Miles, I mentioned earlier on the pass play, but also the way he run blocks and just having the tight ends and the fullback and how well the offensive line has performed today. It just seems like everything's clicking in the run game, which we talked about earlier. That's just their identity. That's the identity of the Waynesburg football team is they like to run the football.
Average 158 yards on the ground per game. Colley remains the back of the pistol. Barber gives it to him. Flag comes in. Colley trying to get the edge near side. Colley breaks off one tackle, makes it to the 2. We'll check the marker.
Offsides, defense. Number 6, half the distance to the goal. Second down.
Offsides called on Colton Colucci. He was trying to break through the line, and I think maybe he just wind up in the neutral zone offsides. Puts the ball at the 2-yard line. Landon Wayne made the tackle there. But the penalty makes it 2nd and goal from the 2. Pistol once again for Barber. Colley's the back. They give it to Colley. Colley bounces off one tackle. Colley towards the goal line. Will be short, held out at the 1. Zane Colley just knocking on the door, not able to get in. Great job defensively by the Gators there. Saw Colucci and a couple others in on the stop.
And Waynesburg on that last play, they put a couple receivers in, try and spread out the field a little bit to give Colley a little bit more room to work with and a little less defenders in the box. But I think they're better off in this type of formation with everyone kind of bunched in tight.
In the pistol, high snap. Colley gets it. Colley far side. He'll walk into the end zone. Touchdown, Waynesburg. Zane Colley's 7th rushing touchdown of the season puts the Jackets in front first.
And it just seems like he just knows where he wants to end up. He knows the gaps that he wants to get out to and immediately does not see anything in the middle of the field, but he knows that he has that speed to get the edge, and his offensive line has done a magnificent job on this first drive, really pushing the Powell forward.
And Jacob Brisky, the left tackle, really able to seal that outside to be able to give Colley the opportunity. The extra point is up and good. And with 3:22 left to go in the first quarter of play from Frank B. Fuhrfield in Allegheny, Waynesburg leads it. And the Gators look at the football when you return to Meadville.
This awesome gift is from my grandma. I use free pay policy from GBA Life.
What does it do?
It accumulates cash value, helps protect my future insurability, and it may even earn dividends.
What's so great about that?
My policy will grow with me. Plus, I get access to the GBA Life Youth Leaders Program, scholarships, and more.
Oh.
You might be interested in a GBA Life annuity. You're probably thinking about retiring soon, right, Mrs. Jones?
In Pittsburgh, football season is all year round. The Pittsburgh Passion, 3-time national champions. A team of women united by drive, dedication, and heart. It's more than football, it's family. A sisterhood of athletes working together to achieve greatness. Do you have what it takes? The passion, the commitment. This is your chance to be a part of the black and gold. Step out onto the field and join a legacy. The Pittsburgh Passion is waiting for you. Join us for tryouts. For more information, scan the QR code or visit pittsburghpassion.com.
If you need insurance, you need an agency that's sharp. The Sharp Insurance Agency is an independent agency and distinguish themselves by providing face-to-face customer service and reviewing coverage to provide the best possible value for their clients.
Hi, I'm Mike Sharp. Lean on my years of experience in the Pittsburgh area to find you the best insurance coverage, because when insurance companies compete, you win.
The Sharp Insurance Agency. Contact us today to have your personal or business insurance professionally reviewed.
Well, Zane Colley has made an impact not just for Waynesburg, but it's really a national impact. He's 6th in the country in rushing yards per game. He's 7th in the country in total rushing yards. Coming into today was 774. He's fastly approaching 800 yards. There's an opportunity that Colley potentially in this game could break 900 yards. I mean, would we put it past him to reach 1,000 after what he did with 250 last week?
Look at that first drive, and I mean, he probably rushed the ball for 90% of their plays, and they only dropped back and threw the ball twice. And so I think with that continued volume and the push that they're getting on the offensive line, he could easily get close to that mark.
So we'll see how Allegheny can respond. Thirsty and Thorpe are back, but it is a short kick that's taken up to the 25-yard line and not much of a return as the Yellow Jackets keep it inside the 35. Let's go down to Lily.
Yeah, Austin, I was on the Gators sideline for that last touchdown, but their coach still hyping them up. I know he mentioned earlier in the week that he just wants to keep the enthusiasm up, even though they've only won one game so far. And this Gators crowd is still hype for them. Austin.
Yeah, thanks, Lily. I mean, one thing that's been hampering Allegheny that Braden Lair said compared to last season is last year they had a ton of seniors that kind of masked a lot of the other issues that might have been surrounding the team in terms of total depth. And depth is a place where Allegheny has just not been able to thrive this year. Brought in a very large freshman class. There are 10 freshmen that are either starting or playing in some capacity today. For Lair in his second season as Austin Williams makes the reception close to the 40. And a gain of 5 yards from Trevor Brinzik.
And I'm telling you, if this Allegheny offense wants to start matching the scoring that Waynesburg has already produced, it's going to come through Austin Williams. And he's that red zone threat, but also he can really work the middle of the field. That's kind of been lacking over this last couple weeks for Allegheny. And we know what they can do, throwing the ball out to the numbers, short, but can they work the middle of the field and trying to expand the range that they cover in the pass game?
And you're right. That's really where Williams lives. They'll set him up in the slot. They'll set him up wide. They'll set him up bunched and tight on the formation. Good run here. Baraducci for a first down to the 46.
And Baraducci is one of those freshmen that you talked about. And it's just a very hard thing to do in this tough conference is to play a bunch of freshmen, get them acclimated to this new environment and into the college, but also have them all play for you and have them all start for you. And you're still trying to get your message across as a head coach and get them to buy in the culture. But this kind of sets you up as a foundation to eventually improve in the next couple of years.
Yeah, we could also see some Elijah Uribe at the running back spot, but two freshmen are the main two ball carriers for Allegheny. And Baraducci on another carry, breaks off one tackle, still going into Waynesburg territory. He's got a first down and a gain of 12 up to the 43. Best run for Baraducci.
We've been talking a lot about Zane Colley this whole game, but just watch the way that Baraducci runs the football and ends that play, ends that tackle, and he's falling forward. He's doing what he needs to do as a freshman, and he's using that strength that we've seen on full display, and Coach Layers definitely talked about as one of his strengths of a runner.
Jemuel Cypress, the linebacker, finally brought him down. Cypress has been incredible this year. 47 tackles, 2.5 tackles for loss. Both lead the team. Also has a sack. Been the best defensive player on the season for Waynesburg. A little miscommunication for the Jackets defensively, but Brinzik will try to exploit it, takes off, and gets 5 yards.
Brinzik on the keeper. 4-yard gain on the play. 6-6 for your Gators.
And so Brinzik realizes he doesn't have anything down the field. Waynesburg was in a little miscommunication at the beginning of the play, but they eventually settled back into the defense that they want to be in, and Brinzik doesn't like his matchups, takes off. And if you're Coach Layer, you take that. And now you're getting into positive territory, getting into plus territory. But now it's just how you finish. And we talked about in the beginning of the broadcast with how well Waynesburg has done in the red zone. So we'll see how this battle goes.
Cypress once again on the tackle. Back-to-back stops for him. It's second down and 6 at the 39. Send a man in motion. And Brinzik steps up. Brinzik under pressure, throws across his bounty. It's caught. Chris Geiswhite on the reception. Oh, a dangerous play for Brinzik, but it pays off inside the 30.
And just the way that Brinzik was able to throw the ball with all arm. He didn't have a chance to flip his body around. Said uses all arm, but Geiswhite just makes that play. If that gets tipped up in the air, that's a Waynesburg Yellow Jacket football. But Brinzik just knowing that he needs to be a little aggressive today to compete with the rushing attack, and I like the way that he's playing already.
Kevin Willis, the linebacker, made the tackle. As the first quarter comes to an end, 7-0 in a fast-moving first quarter in Meadville. The Yellow Jackets lead, but Allegheny's driving on KDKA+.
It's time to rediscover the original Voodoo Brewing Company pub in beautiful downtown Meadville. Enjoy world-renowned craft beer, delicious and unique cocktails made with our new lineup of VBC spirits, and one-of-a-kind food items. Follow our Facebook and Instagram pages to stay updated on our series of live music. And if you're looking to take your celebration to the next level or host a private event, look no further than our production facility, only at Voodoo Brewing Company.
At Loewe, we understand the power of personalization. From hats to water bottles, our expert services include screen printing, embroidery, and a variety of promotional items. We also specialize in team sports gear. What truly sets Loewe apart is our dedicated design team, including our talented on-staff graphic designers and exponential customer service. Choose Loewe to make a lasting impression on and off the field.
When severe weather threatens, we're always watching the sky. The First Alert Weather Team is working every day to keep your family safe.
We're on the lookout for those dangerous storms right where you live, keeping an eye on radar to track where the rain, hail, and lightning are hitting. We could see severe thunderstorm warnings.
Warning your neighborhood if we see a potential threat. So we're looking at excessive rainfall expected through this evening.
So we can keep you safe. We're always watching for the next big storm so your family is prepared.
7-0 Waynesburg. Allegheny with the football, now moving left to right, beginning at the 29-yard line. Trevor Brinzik in the shotgun. Verducci the back, and he gets it on the call to the far side. Bounces off tackler, a first down. Down around the 15-yard line, and a good carry for Dominic Verducci from Erie McDowell High School, a freshman, 5'9", 185-pound running back. And we just are starting to see Allegheny start to find some momentum in the running game.
And finding momentum in the running game is huge for this team because you don't want to be predictable. You don't want to be one-dimensional. Brinzik throws a lot of passes over the last couple weeks, and you kind of like how he's playing, how aggressive he's playing, but also can't rely on that over a course of an entire 4 quarters. And I think the elevated run game is really going to push him to be better in the pass game and protect the football.
3 receivers to the near side, 1 on the far side for Brinzik. Take the handoff to the design quarterback run. Brinzik, plenty of room to the 10, to the 5. Brinzik to the pylon. Trevor Brinzik's in. Touchdown, Allegheny. Trevor Brinzik scores. His longest rush of the season goes for 6.
Brinzik goes back to that read that he has with Verducci, and then is able to just tuck in and pull it. And it almost seems like Waynesburg did not think he was going to take that football, but instead he just has so much room in front of him and has the longest rush of his season, like you said, Austin.
Talked to Trevor's brother, Andrew, before the game, and was curious to see how Trevor would unleash the wheels today, potentially get more involved in the rushing attack. High snap. Extra point is off the upright from Garrett Paxton, and no good. So Waynesburg remains in the lead, and a doink that could be heard all the way back to Waynesburg. Keeps the Jackets in front by 1.
Now is the time. Today is the day for us to strike out and move forward in confidence and faith.
It's Potomac Furniture's 75th anniversary sale. Celebrate our birthday with 40, 50, and 60% savings. Stop in today, Route 19 in McMurray, or visit PotomacFurniture.com. Furniture of distinction at a price you can afford.
At 2 Men and a Junk Truck, we can remove your things, so you have room to dream.
As someone who disrupts plans for a living, I can't say enough about the importance of life insurance. Sometimes you can see the end zone right ahead of you, you can have a clear shot, then bam, it's Cam. A policy from GBU Life can let you focus more on getting out from under what life throws at you and worry less about protecting the life you are working hard to build. You can get a policy with GBU Life that is affordable to you now and build on it for the future with their guaranteed purchase option rider. Get started protecting the life you are building today at gbu.org.
JRM Video Productions, winners of a Regional Emmy Award for live sporting event.
Gators cheerleaders with a touchdown run from Trevor Brinzik from 15 yards away to cheer about. Breast Cancer Awareness Day here at Frank B. Fuhr Field, Meadville, PA, home of the Allegheny Gators. Maybe you've seen here at the field, there's a new track that is just about completed. $1 million project here at Allegheny that community is really excited about. All the Gators really excited about. Got to talk to Sean King about it beforehand. Take a look at the track, the bottom portion of your screen. Great blue color that fits the blue color scheme of the Gators. Looking forward to see the completion of it. We'll be back here in a couple of weeks for Allegheny and Washington and Jefferson as the regular season winds down. Fielded at the 10-yard line on the return for the Jackets, up past the 25-yard line, close to the 30. And a positive return for Waynesburg. Colton Colucci, the one that makes the stop. So Waynesburg gets the ball again in the first drive, Alex. There were some penalties that moved the Jackets back a little bit. 93 total yards gained on the drive. How about Zach Cawley? 35 receiving yards, 48 rushing yards. He has been a one-man band, basically 80 total yards of total offense. And also the rushing touchdown. He's averaging 7 yards per carry.
And you just look at those type of numbers, that's on one football drive. That's on one length of the football field, and he's just the guy. And he's that heart and soul of that team that we talked about earlier.
And they give it to him again, running near side. Nowhere to go this time. Knocked down in the backfield. Jihad Muhammad on the stop. Muhammad playing for the injured Azri Matsuda. He gets the start as Matsuda couldn't go, and the freshman makes a good tackle in the backfield for a loss of 4 yards.
And you have to love the anticipation here by Muhammad, who immediately recognizes that Zane Cawley's the ball carrier and just makes sure that that tackle is secured. And I think that's something that kind of goes unnoticed with how much Zane Cawley breaks tackles is how many of them actually get secured on the first contact.
Second down for the Jackets. Barber with time, throws over the middle, pass is caught, breaking off one tackle towards the 30-yard line. Still going on the quick reception that gets back to the original line of scrimmage and a couple more. As the Jackets will output a couple of different players on the field for Waynesburg. It sets up third down and long, though, 3rd and 8, after the quick pass was caught by Field, the freshman running back from Cumberland, Maryland. Shotgun for Barber on 3rd and 8. Looks near side, sets up a screen. It's Cawley. Cawley, if he can break off one tackle, has it. He did. Cawley still going down the sideline. Cawley down to the 40. It's a foot race. Zane Cawley, 20-10. Touchdown, Waynesburg. 70 yards. Zane Cawley on the receiving end. Twice as nice. 2 touchdowns for Cawley on the day.
I don't even want to know what his stats are going to look like at the end of this game because on 2 drives, he's just the main focal point. Everyone knows the ball is going to him. All the receivers clear out on the left side. All that's left is a couple linebackers, but once Cawley gets that open room, it's just all she wrote.
Cawley came into today with 828 all-purpose yards. That's his longest reception of the season. And it gives the Jackets, the extra point is blocked. 13-6 right now, as Waynesburg just picks it up and trying to have an opportunity to score to the 10-5, but tripped up beforehand. Oh, it could have been a golden chance for Waynesburg in what could have been the oddest way to score a couple more points as Dagan Williams picked it up, the tight end, at the end of the formation. But a good play from Allegheny to stop him from reaching the end zone. Let's take another look at the craziness.
High snap, gets blocked. And then you're thinking that maybe Allegheny's going to fall on it, but then Waynesburg ends up picking it up and just 2 steps away from scoring there. And that's something that kept you on the edge of your seat the entire play.
And it was Muhammad, the freshman, who made the stop. So 13-6. We've had an extra point off the upright and a blocked extra point. Here's another look at the Colley touchdown. It was set up well on the screen. Colley just had to break off the tackle right there on the attempt from Landon Wayne, who's playing for the injured David Babb. Couldn't do so, and Colley, who has incredible speed, there's no chance that Allegheny would catch him. No, Alex, he really reminds me of a Jalen Warren type of back. Good speed, a lot of quickness, and when you get him into open field, I mean, if there's green grass, good luck. So Waynesburg will kick it away. We'll get another chance to see Brinzik in the offense after Allegheny put together a really good offensive possession. It's a short kick, fielded inside the 25-yard line, trying to corral it. Up past the 35, a good run for Allegheny to set up the offense in Braden Lair. A little bit pushing and shoving at the end of it. No penalties amount to it, though. And we'll play on. 12:21 left in the first half. Well, it is a 7-point game. Ball is placed at the 40-yard line. So after Allegheny was able to put together a really good drive, Waynesburg scored quickly. What would you draw if you're Braden Lair in the first couple of plays?
I think you just got to keep going with Trevor Brinzik as a ball carrier, and then they'll eventually open up his run game a little bit, his pass game a little bit.
That's what they do, and give Brinzik the carry, but only for a gain of 2, maybe 3. Good job defensively by Deontay Givens, the linebacker from Stowe Rocks High School, only a sophomore to make the play.
But also you can't really discount how Dom Baraducci has done to really open up Trevor Brinzik as a runner. And now he's coming in the football game and trying to see if they can get him going, because he was really the spark plug that helped them push into their plus territory.
And it is a young offensive line for Allegheny with Keegan Johnson at left tackle. Michael Palziani at right guard, both freshmen, both also 6'4", 300 pounds, can carry their own. Quick pass, Williams, he's got it, and into Waynesburg territory.
And Williams, we talked about how he can work the middle of the field so effectively for this offense, but they've had a lot of success with him just doing these quick out patterns and just getting the football, getting the completion, and then getting out of bounds and still getting the first down.
Jeremiah Hall, talking about young players, only a freshman at corner. Went to Perry High School in the Pittsburgh City League. Made the tackle up at the 49. Pistol for Brinzik. Baraducci's the back. They give it to him with room. Baraducci breaks off one tackle. 35, Baraducci gets brought down inside the 25. Brendan Boron saved what could have been a touchdown. Baraducci really got those legs turning.
And you just see how much the hole was opened up for Baraducci, who, like I said, he's just been the spark plug for them when they can take their drive and really put it into plus territory and then eventually into the red zone.
Brinzik under pressure, delivers, man open, cut, touchdown Allegheny! Chris Geiswhite, 22 yards out. Who's down for a shootout in Meadville?
And this is just backyard football, and Brinzik doesn't like what he looks on the left side, comes back around, and just see a little improv by Geiswhite. Who ends up with a great score, and I just love how balanced they were over the course of that entire drive.
And it's another drive that results in points. Extra point to try to tie it up. Paxton This time's got it. Up and good as we're tied at 13.
And you're going to see here, and you're going to see Geisway here on the outside. But you're going to see that he's immediately going to come in, break in, but then as soon as Brindzik comes to the right side, he's going to come back out. And so if you play it, you're going to see exactly what I mean by here. He stops, comes back around to the right side. Brindzik finds him and has no one in front.
So we've had 4 drives in this game that have resulted in points. 5 total drives, only 1 punt. Colley from 2 yards out scored. Brindzik rushed from 15 yards out. Colley from 69 yards away on the screen play from Sam Barber scored. And Brindzik to Geisway on the reception. Ties it up. 4 total touchdowns so far in the game with 10:25 left in the half. Pumped up Allegheny drumline section. And why not, as the Yellow Jackets take it on the return. Some miscommunication, but lucky to stay on their feet at the 10-yard line. And a good run back up towards the 30. Isaiah Fields on the return. Just, you always wonder about the communication back there on the return team. And, of course, both guys want to take the football and run with it. Fields, though, takes it to the 27.
We've been seeing a lot of short kicks from Allegheny, not able to get close to the touchback line, but instead, kind of giving Waynesburg the ability to field the kick around their own 10-yard line, but still keeping them before the 30-yard line is pretty impressive.
And we talked about how Waynesburg typically deploys 2 quarterbacks, and Cornelius Coleman said that will still be the case today. Sam Barber has been the man taking all the snaps as they send Trout in motion, and they give it to Colley with flags flying at the snap. Colley breaks off a tackle and is stopped right at the 35, a couple yards shy of a first down, but we'll check the marker. Tommy Burke, junior from Leechburg, is the backup quarterback. More of a runner. He's thrown 17 passes.
5 men in the backfield on the offense. It's a 5-yard penalty, first down.
Procedural penalty will move back Waynesburg. Talk about Burke. He's thrown 2 touchdowns, 1 interception. He has a 65% completion rate. Barber has a 66% completion rate. Barber only throwing, though, for about 88 yards per game. There's a heavy ground attack, and when you have Colley, who's arguably the best back in the PAC, Braden Laird sure thinks so, and the stats back it up, leading the conference in rushing. They give it to him, and Colley with great vision breaks his way up past the 30 to the 32. Colton Colucci on the stop.
And it's just, you just see all the orange jerseys, parting the Red Sea for Colley, who's obviously had a great game of his own, but also he's got to credit that to his offensive line. And they're really controlling the line of scrimmage. They're really pushing this Allegheny defensive line backwards and really opening up those holes.
And they give it to Colley again. Colley first down. Colley still going in Allegheny territory. Joseph brought him down, but Colley once again with a burst of speed right through the middle of the line.
And you're seeing these double teams by the center and guard, able to get that push, but you're also seeing how Colley can make a man miss in the secondary. And we've seen with the screen pass his ability to hit that splash play, but also he's just doing exactly what he needs to do to move those chains.
Under 9 minutes left in the half. Fake to Colley. Barber delivers incomplete. Strong play made by Jerome Williams to break up the pass. The freshman gave Waynesburg no chance.
Trying to get a little misdirection here. Trying to see if Allegheny's selling out on Colley. Then trying to find the fullback out the backfield.
Yeah, Miles, the fullback, had just a sign of frustration there. He knew that there was some open running room in front of him. And we've seen Miles line up a lot on that far side of the formation for Colley in the running game on second down. Colley gets the call. Flag comes into the backfield. Nigel Williams on the tackle, a few yards down the field. Another penalty going against Waynesburg.
Holding, offense, number 75. 10-yard penalty, second down.
Patrick Barber, the guilty party, a junior 6'4" offensive lineman, plays left guard, also center, comes in as an extra lineman when necessary. We'll move the ball back to the 39-yard line of the Jackets. There was a discussion about where to place the football. It was 5 yards too far back, so now it's placed at the 44 in the correct spot. 2nd and 19 for Waynesburg. Colucci showing pressure and brings it as the handoff goes to Schreiber, but not much there. Only back to the line, maybe lost a yard. That's Colucci, who broke it up in the backfield, puts his hands up into the air and nods towards the sideline.
And so now,
he wasn't the one that made the play, though. It was 42 Drew Evans, who's also factoring in as a linebacker, the sophomore.
And so now you kind of wonder what Coach Coleman's going to do, if he's going to let Barber kind of use his arm now. Hasn't really shown a lot so far today. Not a lot of passing yards on the stat sheet. But do you go to another screenplay, which worked for you on the last long distance situation, or do you see if you can work out towards numbers?
Barber with time delivers, pass caught at midfield. A lot of running room to go, though. Not able to get there on the reception. Tyler Richmond from Carmichael's High School, a local product to Waynesburg, to the 44-yard line, but will be 8 yards shy.
And they let him go, and they let Barber see what he can do. Gets a good completion, but just too much ground to make up. Didn't really have that good of a fighting chance, especially with Cully not in the game.
And this is that point, Alex, where you're really in no man's land. You're punting from your own 44. It's too far for a field goal attempt. Really just trying to play field position as Geiswhite is back deep for Allegheny. Landon Bradley, the freshman, is the punter. Allegheny showing pressure. It's a high snap. Bradley, though, is able to get the kick away. Geiswhite will let it bounce. Takes a favorable Yellow Jackets bounce inside the 15. Under 7 minutes left in the half, and a tie game. 13-13, Waynesburg and Allegheny. As we take a look at the PAC standings. And man, did things change after last week. Huge game between Grove City and Washington and Jefferson. Case Western, the only undefeated team left in the PAC, as the 16-game winning streak for Grove City came to an end. So Presidents, Carnegie Mellon, and Grove City, as well as Westminster, all with one loss. Washington and Jefferson, the one team with 6 wins on the season. These last couple of weeks are going to be crucial to determine who wins the PAC, who goes to the NCAA playoffs, as the rest goes for just a few.
And then, Austin, you talked about the hierarchy of the PAC and all those teams that are kind of fighting for that #1 spot for that championship title. But also it's Case Western and Westminster tonight, which will kind of impact a lot of things. And we'll see if Westminster kind of gets pushed out of that big tiebreaker, or if Case Western will finally get their first loss of the season.
In a way, things will play out just because of who will play each other over the next couple of weeks. Washington and Jefferson plays Case, same thing with Grove City. Quick pass caught by Williams, but a strong tackle made right away as Williams had no chance. It was dragged down by Cypress, leading tackler, and Williams is hobbling off the field.
And Williams is the guy that you do not want to have come out the game because of his versatility. And you see him holding his ankle there. He does so much for you in the run game, but also the way we talked about working in the middle of the field. He's just that extra big body receiver that you don't really have as much on this offense without him.
Will Griffin comes in at tight end, only 1 catch for 4 yards on the season. 3rd down and 3 at the 19. Brinzik in the pistol, sends a man in motion towards the near side. Brinzik, quick pass, incomplete. Was looking to connect on a quick pass with Ian Dursey. And Dursey just not able to haul it in.
And also, you talked about a potential shootout here in Meadville, and now both defenses are starting to wake up a little bit. You see the Allegheny defense able to stop the Waynesburg offense, who didn't really show a lot of weaknesses, but now Allegheny itself getting shut out in 3 downs.
Yeah, Wooten broke it up there. You can call it the announcer jinx if you want. I mean, it happens. Is it real?
Yeah.
Who knows?
Timeout.
Waynesburg calls timeout.
Their first timeout of the game.
Timeout, Yellow Jackets.
First timeout used by either side. Allegheny still with all 3 left. 5:29 left in the half before we reach halftime. Scores around the PAC. Grove City, big win against Teal, 59-7. Carnegie Mellon with a statement win against St. Vincent, 69-7. Almost put up 70 points in the victory. It's been all blowouts so far. Washington and Jefferson and Bethany, a 48-7 final score. Robert Mangino and the JRM video production crew brought you that one on the PAC Digital Network. Westminster and Case Western Reserve. You alluded to it, Alex. That's 7 o'clock. That one will really start to shake out some things, especially being at Westminster. Can the Titans take Case Western into the ring of one-loss teams in the conference? Fourth down and 3 for Allegheny inside their own 20. Punting units on. You don't see it a lot, Alex, in college where your quarterback is also your punter. Sometimes you see it in high school. But Brinzik, when he's not able to convert on third down, is able to help himself with field position. Pretty unique for Allegheny. As Brinzik takes the high snap and gets the kick away. It's a high kick and a good kick inside the 40-yard line, and where Trout corrals it, breaks off one tackle, still going. Trout towards midfield. Good run by Isaac Trout on the return. You always wonder about the weather. When you come up here towards Meadville, you're getting close to Erie, or getting close to the lakes. It's 49 degrees and partly cloudy. An hour after kickoff. But when the sun goes down, sure, we might be grooving.
Face mask.
But it also gets a lot colder. There was also a face mask called against Allegheny.
First down.
It'll give the Jackets another 15 yards and put the ball into Allegheny territory. Elijah Uribe, the one called for the penalty. Great field position for the Jackets, but when it starts to get cold, Coach Coleman told us before the game, he knew it would be cold. He didn't know it would be this cold. Sometimes that can factor into the game. Thankfully, no elements in terms of rain. The snow's coming soon. Not today, but at some point you would imagine as we get closer to November and December. Colley on the carry. Another good run for Zane Colley. You really don't see him, other than the one play by Muhammad, stopped in the backfield. Every run for Colley, other than that, has been positive.
And he doesn't really meet a defender until he's at least 2 yards down the field. Like, you see how much room he has to run. It's not until he gets to the second level, not until he gets to the linebackers before he actually encounters some real contact. And I think that's something that really goes unnoticed and something that's a big praise of this offensive line.
Second down and 5. Colley on another carry. Not much there, though. Good job by the interior of the defensive line for Allegheny. Nigel Williams from Buffalo, New York on the tackle. And also Calise in there to bring up third down and 4. Hariel Calise, the defensive lineman, transferred from Rhode Island.
And there's a couple upperclassmen on this Allegheny defensive line. You hinted to Nigel Williams, who's 325, 6'3", absolute presence in the middle of the field, and someone that you definitely don't want to run towards.
Shotgun for Sam Barber. Barber, pocket collapses in. Colley can't make the catch, it's incomplete. Broken up off a great tackle. It's Muhammad again. He's been around the football, and the freshman's done a nice job tonight.
And Colley, you think, just makes a great one-handed catch, but it's just the play by Muhammad to jar that ball loose when, if Zane Colley makes a man miss there, he could potentially be looking at a first down.
So we were talking about that no man's land area earlier for Waynesburg. It's a similar position. What do the Jackets do here? The ball is at the 32-yard line, and Waynesburg's going to punt at the 32 on 4th and 4. Alex, your thoughts? A little surprised here. Geiswhite standing at his own 5. Punt is away. Geiswhite calls for a fair catch inside the 5.
Austin, I'm definitely baffled by that coaching decision because it just didn't seem like there was a whole lot to lose in that situation. 4th and 4, you're on your 30, close to your 30-yard line. And if you don't get it, they get it at the 30-yard line. But I guess they wanted to see if they could put him inside the 5, which they did. But definitely something that a little perplexed by.
Are you a little surprised that Geiswhite also called for a fair catch inside the 5 and not let it bounce? I mean, Waynesburg could have went down and just corralled the football, but
because the way that ball's spinning, it would have bounced towards the field some more. So even if it did bounce, it probably would have been more in Allegheny's favor.
First down for Brynzik, standing in his own end zone. He hands off, but back to the line of scrimmage for Baraducci. Maybe picks up a yard. The defensive line has been pretty solid for Waynesburg. Sebastian Ross factoring on the tackle. Jack Nagy has also done well. And Nagy and Ross combine on the stop.
I think Coach Coleman's trying to bank on getting the football back. With 3 minutes left in this first half, there's still the opportunity if you cause Allegheny to go 3 and out to get the ball with good field position with 2 minutes left.
Brynzik hands it off. Baraducci trying to run near side, but he's stacked up again near the 5. Forward progress puts Baraducci at the 6-yard line again. So back to the line of scrimmage on 2nd down. Brings up 3rd and long. We're under 3 minutes left in the half.
And Baraducci's done a great job of getting the interior run game going. And you see now the Waynesburg defensive line has really stepped up, and they're meeting Baraducci in the backfield and not letting him bounce those balls outside, which he's done a good job in the first quarter.
And Waynesburg really trying to focus on the run game to put Brynzik in these type of situations. 3rd and long, it's 3rd and 8 at the 7-yard line, but Waynesburg jumped off sides. There's now pointing in the opposite direction as Givens jumped on what is the left side of the line for Allegheny.
Offside.
It's going to be a free 5 yards.
Defense number 28. 5-yard penalty. 3rd down.
So if you're Keegan Johnson, why not just react to Givens as Givens jumped right before that. That was the play before. They're trying to get the clock right. Play clock will be repumped. Currently sitting at 40. They'll reset it to 25, and now we'll roll. Allegheny does not have to run a play. Can take it all the way down to the 2-minute timeout. Brynzik checked the main clock. And the Gators like to use a timeout. So a little surprised that Allegheny calls timeout when
their first timeout of the half.
But the play clock could have just taken it down to the 2-minute timeout and not burn one instead. Alex, your thoughts?
I mean, there wasn't a whole lot of time on the play clock, but there's a little bit of extra time left in case that they weren't able to get.
But why not save your timeout and just let the extra 6 seconds run off, because you could take it to the 2-minute timeout anyway. 2 timeouts on either side. Let's send it down to Lily.
Yeah, Austin, on that last play there, coach seemed a little frustrated with Trevor, calling for a timeout, not hearing. The refs are not hearing that timeout. So there was just some frustration here on the sidelines, a little bit of miscommunication. So they had to take that timeout to be able to figure it out. Austin.
Yeah, thank you, Lily. Seemed like there was some miscommunication in terms of the play clock on either side and how much time was still left. So Braden Lair electing to use the timeout. Third down and 4 for Brynzik. Lines up in the pistol. Brynzik, plenty of time, looks far side, delivers, man open, it's caught. 20-yard line, 25. First down, Allegheny. On the reception from Nick Berkey, the sophomore wide receiver from Hollidaysburg. 2-minute timeout, 1:59 to go in the first half of play. 13-13, Gators and Jackets tied in Meadville.
Quiet on set? No way. This is Jake's time to shine, and Ryan's, and our crew. Cameras, check. Drones, check. Checking that shot we just checked? Double check. We ain't got time to chill. We're out here capturing this action. This is when we get to work, to bring you every moment live, no matter what. Broadcasting changes everything. Transform how you experience the game with JRM Video Production.
Hey, Mom, where's the dock?
It's in the garage.
Oh, yeah.
Good morning, everybody. Today is the day. Let's take a quick look at the weather and traffic. It's a chilly 22 degrees out there, so bundle up. We'll be hanging out all day, so don't forget to stop by and see us, grab some hot chocolate, and support a great cause.
When you step through that door or shake their hands, will you be prepared? When you stand up for a client or walk into that meeting, will you be ready to prove to them that you deserve to be there?
When you come to Washington and Jefferson, you will be.
Washington and Jefferson College. Are you ready?
Gators with 2 timeouts left after the 2-minute timeout. 1:59 still left on the clock. Ball at the 26-yard line, first down and 10. Brinzik again, a lot of time, throws to the far side. Pass is caught. Austin Williams took a shot at the end of it, out of bounds. Williams is a little bit slow to get up. He got hit in the face mask. Good to see Austin Williams, though, back out there after he was hobbling. Looks like maybe his ankle was bothering him.
He definitely went on to get that checked out, and it looked pretty serious, but then gets it taped up and able to come back in the game, but then takes another shot. He's really taking a beating in this first half.
And he was looking towards the referees, trying to see if there would be a flag to hit towards the face. Garrett Paxton getting ready just in case there is a field goal opportunity. Paxton has not made one this season. Brinzik, quick pass. Caught by Geiswhite. It is a first down up to the 40.
Geiswhite's been your guy, and it seems like he runs those 10-yard hitch routes, and he just has a lot of space. He creates a lot of separation, especially with the corners playing far off.
Brinzik rolls out near side, wide open man, caught at the 45, and out of bounds right near midfield. Nick Berkey, another reception. Berkey has really found some space over the middle of the field, and he's able to get out of bounds. Another first down on back-to-back plays.
Works in the middle of the field. Like you said, Austin, Berkey does a great job of getting out of bounds, stopping the clock. Coach Layer used that timeout before the 2-minute warning, before the 2-minute timeout. And so now, only having 2 timeouts, you got to be a little more smart when it comes to getting out of bounds whenever you're completing a ball over the middle.
This drive began at the Allegheny 5, now at midfield. 2 receivers line up either side. Brinzik throws far side, pass caught. Dursey breaks off 1 tackle. Stopped shy of the 40-yard line. Strong tackle made for Waynesburg. Looked like it was Tyson. It'll be second down and 1. 1 broken off tackle there, and it was Tyson that made the stop. Second and 1 with 1:15 left. Brinzik, quick pass near side, almost intercepted. Intended for Williams. Wooten broke up on the ball. Wooten, who's the PAC Defensive Player of the Week last week, had 2 interceptions, a forced fumble. He blocked a field goal. He did everything, and he almost made a big play there.
And Wooten sees Brinzik's eyes go right to Austin Williams, and he read that play perfectly, just wasn't able to squeeze it. Austin Williams didn't really look for the football right away and kind of seemed like he was caught off guard by being the intended target.
3rd and 1 at the 41. Will Griffin, the tight end, goes in motion. Nowhere to go. Waynesburg with a stop in the backfield for 1 yard lost. Kevin Willis helps to break it up. But a strong play made also by Jack
Timeout.
Nagy at the point of attack.
Waynesburg.
Here's
Their
another
second
look.
timeout of the
Waynesburg
half.
calls timeout. As it was broken up right there. It was actually Alex Paulson, the junior.
And it's another kind of questionable coaching decision, running the football on 3rd and 1. Because even if you get the ball across the first down marker, you have to run up and run another play immediately. It seems like they had so much success throwing the ball. Why do you kind of switch it up there?
So Waynesburg calls timeout. The Jackets only have 1 left in the half, 2 left for Allegheny. And what's a big play here, 4th down and about 2, placed back at the 42, needing to get to the 40-yard line. From a strategic point of view, why would Waynesburg call that timeout instead of Allegheny? It's really forcing Allegheny to make a decision here on 4th down, whether you want to go for it, because if they don't, and Waynesburg has the ball with good field position, but if Allegheny is able to convert, the drive continues with a chance for points.
I think Coach Coleman wants to make sure he has the right personnel, and I think he wanted to see how Allegheny would approach this, and if they were going for it, what type of personnel they would be in, and try and see if they can be in the correct places, and also potentially seeing if they can get this ball back.
Allegheny keeps the offense on the field. Now we'll spread out the offense with 2 receivers to the far side, 2 to the near side. Williams back in at tight end. He lines up in the slot far side. They look that way, and instead it's Geiswhite on the reception, and a 1st down picked up for the Gators. Geiswhite able to get out of bounds with 59 seconds left.
Geiswhite just taking advantage of that separation that he has between himself and the DB and how much room he had to work with, and he's just been running the same route up the course of this field.
Brinzik steps up, tries to avoid the rush. He'll now run with it. Brinzik takes a big hit inside the 30. Pyle moves forward towards the 25, 2 yards short of a 1st down, though, and the clock runs with 41 seconds left. That timeout called by Allegheny.
Timeout.
It was Kevin Willis,
Their second timeout of
sophomore
the half.
from Ringgold, the linebacker that made the tackle, not allowing Brinzik to pick up the 1st down. Allegheny with 1 timeout left. 1 timeout left on either side before 2nd down and 2 at the 27.
Coach Lair calling a timeout. Has 1 more timeout left in this half. But they're also kind of in the spot that they want to be in, close to the red zone. They've been throwing the football very well. Brinzik has also recognized when he doesn't have the open guys downfield, instead just takes it off and run. And he's done a great job with his legs, with his arm, and he's played a really complete game so far.
And Braden's really approached this as 1-week seasons. Week by week, trying to get better and approach it every week. Really, and Braden's taken accountability for the way that this season has gone. When you're 1-6, obviously there's a lot of things that have gone wrong in the season. There's also been some positives. The chance to play more freshmen, build that depth for Allegheny, not just this season, but also moving forward, and an opportunity to see a lot of different players that can factor in for this program year after year. It takes a while to rebuild a program with Braden in his 2nd season. And I mean, we saw with Grove City, it took 9 years until they won a PAC championship. That was one program that Braden highlighted. As Brinzik has plenty of room, he'll now tuck and run with it. Gets a block from Williams. Brinzik gets inside the 20-yard line. Quickly to the line, the Gators go. Do have the 1 timeout. Clock stops to place the football inside 2 minutes. And Brinzik spikes the ball with 31 left. 3 seconds came off the clock.
Brinzik just doing what we said all day today, and that's not seeing anybody downfield, taking off and running, getting the 1st down. And with the rushing touchdown he has already today, he's done a lot more in the ground game than I've seen him in the pass game of the last couple weeks. And we know how much he likes to throw the ball and how much Coach Lair trusts him throwing the ball, but now Coach Lair's just inviting him to keep using his legs and keep moving the ball down.
Baraducci's the back in the pistol formation on 2nd down. Send Berkey in motion, fake it his way. Brinzik under pressure, delivers to the end zone. Geiswhite overthrown. 3rd down upcoming with 25 seconds left in the half.
Coach Lair trying to take a shot, see if they can take advantage of the separation that Geiswhite has been able to get in the secondary. Brinzik just has too many defenders in his face. Just sails a little too far out of bounds.
And there really was nothing there. Brandon Tyson had good coverage. We'll see what happens here with 25 seconds left, and Allegheny does have the one timeout. So if you're stopped inbounds, can use it, maybe wind the clock down to about 3 seconds, let Paxton and the field goal unit on if you can't convert. Brinzik takes the high snap. He's under pressure and flushed out to the near side. Brinzik's pass, it's caught! Geisweit into the end zone, touchdown Allegheny! Chris Geisweit high point the football, make one move into the end zone. Gators take the lead before half.
The way that this ball just found Geisweit, because Brinzik kind of sails this ball a little too high, goes right over the defender's hands, and Geisweit just in the right place at the right time and makes a move, and he finds himself the end zone.
And how about Ian Dursey? Helped to make the block just over the defender's outstretched hand. And you can see Dursey as well as Geisweit on the ground putting their hands in the air. Paxton's extra point to make it a 20-13 game and a 7-point lead for the Gators. Up and good. Allegheny takes advantage. It goes as a 95-yard drive for the Gators, and that'll make Braden Lair happy before the end of the half. Allegheny, Alex, has done a really nice job, especially in this second quarter, after Waynesburg has gotten Colley going, and when the Yellow Jackets have had the football, it's been Colley the main focus, but Allegheny's done a good job of slowing him down, which slows down the rest of the offense. It also takes you back, though, to Waynesburg punting inside their own 35-yard line to allow Allegheny, trying to pin the Gators back deep. But Allegheny methodically moved the football down the field for a 95-yard drive.
And you go back to the punt, and you just talked about how Colley's been doing whatever he wants in the run game. And the Waynesburg offense has been phenomenal. And inside the 30, you're kind of wondering, why don't you just keep riding it out on the fourth down? And that's just one of those decisions that Coach Coleman's going to look back on and think differently.
So we'll see what Paxton does here. In terms of field possession and clock management, Waynesburg with one timeout still to go. He kicked it short at times, but we'll kick it deep this time. And Paxton kicks it just about to the end zone, but a fair catch. We'll put the ball at the 25-yard line for the Jackets. 18 seconds left to go. And this is a position, Alex, where, see what you get on the first down play and then go from there.
But also, Sam Barber doesn't have a lot of pass attempts so far today, and I don't think this is the time to really see what he can do. And instead, I can see a screen pass to Colley, see how many yards you get, and then try and see if you want to pursue this drive any farther.
Barber 7-9 so far in the game, 123 yards, but 69 of those yards coming on the Colley screen pass for a touchdown. And the Jackets just content to take this to halftime, and we'll take a knee. 20-13, Allegheny able to add on before the end of the half. It's back-to-back touchdowns after Waynesburg took a 13-6 lead. Brinzik to Geisweit. It's happened twice, and it's put the Gators in the lead. As Lily Peters is standing by with Braden Lair down on the sideline, up by 7.
Yeah, good end of a half, Coach. How were you able to get your defense moving and be able to stop their run game towards the end of that first half?
Yeah, you got to get him behind the chains early. That's really our only chance. I'm not sure you can really stop Zane. You just got to try to slow him down, and early down defense is really important.
Yeah, and what is your message going to the locker room to your offense to get more points on the board to extend your lead?
We have to. I mean, we haven't been in this situation since week 1, but it is a situation we've been in before, so we got to make sure we execute for the last 30 minutes.
Thanks. Good luck, Coach.
Thank you very much. Appreciate it.
Austin.
Thank you, Lily. The Gators 1-6 on the season, playing very well on both sides of the ball. Same thing with Waynesburg, looking for win number 3 after a win last week against Bethany on homecoming. Breast Cancer Awareness Day here at Allegheny. A lot of pink throughout the stands and on the field. And a lot of points on the board so far in this one, as the Gators take a 7-point lead to the locker room. Halftime up next on KDKA+.
I'm Megan
Megan Schiller, and I'm on an important new assignment to save you money.
I'm going to tell you everything you need to know before you go out and buy more sunscreen.
Protect you from the sneakiest scams.
Pay attention to your mail because a scam letter could soon arrive.
And put the power of KDKA behind you when you've been wronged and feel like no one else will listen.
After you did some calling, emailing, I fabulously got phone calls.
I'm the only local reporter doing this, so if you need answers, just think Message Megan. KDKA investigates.
It's time to rediscover the original Voodoo Brewing Company pub in beautiful downtown Meadville. Enjoying world-renowned craft beer, delicious and unique cocktails made with our new lineup of VBC spirits and one-of-a-kind food items. Follow our Facebook and Instagram pages to stay updated on our series of live music. And if you're looking to take your celebration to the next level or host a private event, look no further than our production facility, only at Voodoo Brewing Company.
Trout Plumbing is a registered and insured master plumber that services the South Hills. They offer a variety of services, including camera inspections and dye testing. Trout Plumbing also offers a veteran and senior citizen discount. When in doubt, call the Trout at 412-983-8106.
At Laway, we understand the power of personalization. From hats to water bottles, our expert services include screen printing, embroidery, and a variety of promotional items. We also specialize in team sports gear. What truly sets Laway apart is our dedicated design team, including our talented on-staff graphic designers and exponential customer service. Choose Laway to make a lasting impression on and off the field.
From heating and cooling to a large array of construction equipment, Herc Rentals has the gear you need to get the job done. Herc Rentals is already a staple in several communities across the United States and Canada and have been serving our customers' needs since 1965. With a catalog of equipment that spans the spectrum of almost every kind of solution you can think of. To learn more about Herc Rentals, visit hercrentals.com or call us at 1-888-777-2700.
Think you've tried everything at Panera? Think again. Introducing more new sandwiches and salads with our new flavor-packed toasted Italiano and the mouth-watering Mediterranean chicken greens with grains. More in every bite, just like the new ciabatta cheesesteak with melty provolone and garlic aioli. And more new options under $10, including our new creamy bacon mac and cheese. Come taste the new era at Panera.
From heating and cooling to a large array of construction equipment, Herc Rentals has the gear you need to get the job done. Herc Rentals is already a staple in several communities across the United States and Canada and have been serving our customers' needs since 1965. With a catalog of equipment that spans the spectrum of almost every kind of solution you can think of. To learn more about Herc Rentals, visit hercrentals.com or call us at 1-888-777-2700.
More than 140 community pharmacies have closed since January here in the state of Pennsylvania.
When our local pharmacies started closing, we started asking questions. The answers pointed to a group of middlemen locking pharmacists into what they call predatory contracts. And our investigation leading to big change in Harrisburg.
Governor Josh Shapiro will sign legislation aimed at saving pharmacies from going out of business.
Both sides of the aisle coming together to allow the bill to come to fruition.
KDKA investigates.
And here is our senior interview with Brennan Braun from Waynesburg.
You're watching PAC football on KDKA+. I'm Austin Bechtold, pleased to be joined alongside Waynesburg senior safety Brennan Braun. Brennan, great to be with you. First and foremost, Waynesburg, why did you pick the school? Why the Yellow Jackets, and what do you like so much about the Burnt Orange?
Whenever I first got on campus, it was one of the last schools I toured, and it was just like a home feeling. Kind of got to meet a couple players, brotherhood. I felt the brotherhood whenever I got to campus, and it was just a click from the beginning.
Yeah, you talk about the brotherhood, and Coach Coleman going into his 3rd season has really brought a new culture to Waynesburg. How have you liked what he's brought to the table, and how has the team molded around him?
Whenever he first got there, it kind of like lit a spark underneath a lot of guys. So a lot of the older dudes wanted to return, kind of want to help change the program, and that's kind of what we've led to. A lot of us freshmen, now seniors, coming into our last year, want to see the Waynesburg Jackets succeed throughout, even when we're gone.
So why football? Why is the game one that you love so much and you like to play at the college level?
I started playing in 1st grade, and ever since then I just fell in love. I used to play quarterback all the way till I got to college, and my freshman year with Coach Smithley, he moved me to defense, and I kind of just fell in love with the game again, learning it from a new aspect, and that's kind of where I'm at today.
So moving from quarterback to defense and being a defensive back, what did you learn in that process and in that transition that has helped you become a good defensive player?
I kind of could read a defense at a quarterback, and that's what helped me play the position even better. I just knew where I needed to be and what a quarterback thinks whenever he's in the pocket. So that's kind of what helped me play safety and just pick up the speed of the game so fast.
What's one of your favorite parts about Waynesburg, the reason why you were drawn to the school and continue into your senior year?
I'd just say the biggest part is the brotherhood. They've kept me there. There's been times whenever I was a freshman, I wanted to leave. I was scared. And then those guys just brought me back. Every single one of them got your back, so I got their back.
Yeah, what are some of the things that they said to you? And especially as you continue to grow, can you see the culture continue to shift? Especially those relationships continue to form for a good season this year?
Oh yeah, a lot of us guys have helped recruit guys. So like whenever they come in, we have a brotherhood with them started, and it grows as they're there. And just a bunch of the older guys that were there, I grew with them. They kept me there. They saw the change that Coach Coleman was bringing, and I wanted to be a part of it. So that's kind of why I stuck.
Talking to Waynesburg's Brendan Boron. Brendan, what is one of the things about Waynesburg that you think a lot of people don't know but need to know?
I'd just say we're a rowdy, rough football team, and we're gonna compete every week. So even if it's a loss or a dub, I think we always gave our best.
Now, as a Waynesburg alum myself, it's a little bit different at John F. Wiley Stadium now with the new brick wall. You can't see the train anymore. There's been a lot of improvements to John F. Wiley Stadium. What have you made of the changes?
I like them. I love the changes. I feel like it brings a louder crowd because it's kind of the sound bounces off the wall, and it just packs the stadium even each week.
Hasn't the gear been changed and upgraded as well? New helmets in the last year or so?
Yeah, we've been upgrading everything. We went to the matte, well, we were matte, and now we're at the glossy black and the white and everything, and all the gear kind of helps bring in recruits too. You know how all the recruits want to be. They want to have the best drip. They want to have all the gear. They want to have all that stuff. So kind of bringing in all the new stuff and refreshing has helped us recruit some guys as well.
What's been one of your favorite memories so far playing for Waynesburg?
I want to say it was the shutout last year against St. Vincent. That was probably one of my favorite games to play. It was just really exciting. Both sides of the ball were playing well, and it was just a good game all around.
When the schedule comes out, is there a team that you circle? Is there a game that you look the most forward to?
Obviously, WJ, you know, the cross the interstate rivals there. We play them week 3 this year, which is a little different for us, obviously, but I think it'll be nice for us to play them with a healthy team coming in right fresh out of camp.
What are your future plans once football is all said and done?
Once this season's ended up, I'd like to try to continue my career, eventually start running my own business and like a gym and weight room, you know, kind of deal back home, kind of help out the community.
Yeah, why a weight room?
Because that's where I started. You know, all of this started with me getting in a weight room, wanting to better myself. You know, as the game, I got older, it got faster, and all that. So I kind of just want to give something for the community in my area where I didn't have the greatest equipment at first, and just give everything back.
You spent a long time in this program. What do you want your lasting legacy to be for the players who come after?
I just want people to know me as a good teammate. Like, obviously, everyone wants to be a great player, but I always want to help everyone else. I want to make sure my team's playing good. So not only do I want to get better, I want my offense to get better. I want my other skill players, my D linemen. I just want everyone to be the best they can be.
Now, everyone has a support staff that helped them to get here. Who is that support staff for you, and what would you like to say to them in your senior year?
I'd just like to say thank you to my parents, all my coaches I've had, and my younger brother who's now going to be a Waynesburg Jacket. He's going to be a freshman playing on the offensive side of the ball, so it's going to be fun to see where things go.
So how cool is that for you to be able to play with your brother now at Waynesburg and make everything go circle for your family?
It's going to be awesome. We got 1 year together in high school. We're going to have 1 year together in college. Hopefully, you know, we can bring a conference championship back to Waynesburg with him, and it'd be awesome just to win a conference championship with my brother.
So you had one chance to play with him before in high school. What has changed into this opportunity now, even though you guys have gotten older? Anything else that has changed since?
He's gotten better. That's really what it was. He was small his freshman year of high school, so he didn't get many reps. But I feel he's got a shot to make some big plays for us, coming in. And he could definitely get a shot on the offense side of the ball, especially special teams. I told him he could play a lot of returner for us, help us in small details just to get back into the game coming in as a freshman.
Appreciate your time here on KDKA Plus.
Welcome back to Allegheny College here at halftime. And here are our top 5 pack plays from last week.
Hello everyone and welcome back. I'm Ethan Spazarski. Like every week, I'm here to present to you the top 5 plays around the PAC this week, so let's waste no more time and get right into it. Starting off with number 5, we have Kulik Wooten with the clutch interception in the back of the end zone to help secure the first half lead for Waynesburg over Bethany. At number 4, we'll stick with Waynesburg as running back Zane Colley ices out the game for the Yellow Jackets with a 57-yard rush to also eclipse 200 yards on the day. Here at number 3, we're at Washington, PA, where running back Nico Flatty shows off the hops as he somersaults his way into the end zone. The number 2 play this week belongs to Westminster's offense as Tate Beachy flea flicks it to Josh McGowan, and they find a wide open Jalen Washington for Westminster's 3rd touchdown of the game. And the number 1 play this week belongs to John Peduzzi as he shows off his inner Randy Moss, mossing in the end zone here for the 6 points. Well, that wraps up this edition of Top 5 Plays. A lot of really good plays shown this week, and like Peduzzi shows us, I hope we brought the boom here for you this week. For myself, Ethan Spazarski, I say so long from Waynesburg. We'll see you next week.
I'm gonna make sure my ringer's off.
And I'm joined by Ron Cole, the president here at Allegheny College. Now, Ron, we're standing on a brand new track right now. Can you talk about the future plans for this track here at the athletic complex?
Absolutely, Lily. So first, I want to say that I'm proud that Allegheny is a founding member of the NCAA, and we have a long history of celebrating our student athletes' accomplishments and celebrations. And this track is just an example of how we're investing in our athletic programs. It's a state-of-the-art track that was just completed. In back of me, about another couple hundred yards, our world-class now cross-country facility. So we're investing holistically in the student-athlete experience. A couple feet over that way is going to be our new premier athletic facility for football that'll serve all of our sports. It'll have meeting facilities for students to meet with alumni for career mentoring, as well as team meetings. And so we're here at Robertson Athletic Complex, which includes not only football, but our field hockey team, our cross-country, baseball, softball, and of course our soccer fields. Altogether, this is a really exciting time to be part of Allegheny College. We are investing not only in our student athletics, but broadly across campus. We actually just launched our new campaign. It's In for Allegheny, Our Pathway Forward. It has an ambitious goal of raising $250 million, and I'm proud to say that we're already 128, and we're not even halfway into the campaign. But if we only raised money, we wouldn't be doing our job. The campaign is about inviting, inspiring, and investing. We're asking our alumni and friends to invite new Gators to be students here at Allegheny College. We're inspiring our students for their career outcomes and investing in the facilities and the scholarship opportunities for our new students.
Yeah, and I heard too that there's going to be some new academic halls on campus too from this initiative. Can you talk about those as well?
Yeah, so some of the investments we're making, we're investing in renovating and improving our academic spaces. One of them is we have historic Rice Hall, which was the original library for Allegheny. It's now going to be renovated into a 21st century facility, the St. Moritz Center for Innovation. It's going to show the intersection of the liberal arts and emerging technologies. It's going to house our computer science department. It's going to house the Allegheny Lab for Innovation and Creativity, and it's going to house where we do interdisciplinary work, merging those things across the curriculum.
Perfect. Well, it sounds like a great school to come to if you're a student or student athlete. I'm joined by Ron Cole, Austin.
From every corner of every county.
Reporting in Pine Township.
In Armstrong County.
Reporting in Moon Township.
In Dunbar, Fayette County.
In Westmoreland County.
In Murraysville.
Wherever news happens that impacts you.
The damage isn't isolated to just one area. Multiple communities have a mess to deal with, and KDKA is covering it all for you tonight.
KDKA will be there.
Reporting in Aspinall.
In Canonsburg, Washington County.
Reporting live in Cranberry Township.
This is our newsroom. KDKA TV News.
Iron City Ninja Party Zone is for everybody. We are a fun, innovative facility featuring a convenient, hassle-free, and fun environment for your next birthday. With exciting obstacles and Ninja Warrior courses, anyone can build strength and connect with friends. Our dedicated staff ensures every child enjoys a thrilling adventure while exploring our brand new facility. Ready for a challenge and unforgettable excitement? Contact us today for a one-of-a-kind birthday experience your kids will never forget.
Quiet on set? No way. This is Jake's time to shine, and Ryan's, and our crew. Cameras, check. Drones, check. Checking that shot we just checked? Double check. We ain't got time to chill. We're out here capturing this action. This is when we get to work, to bring you every moment live, no matter what. Broadcasting changes everything. Transform how you experience the game with JRM Video Production.
It's time to rediscover the original Voodoo Brewing Company pub in beautiful downtown Meadville. Enjoy world-renowned craft beer, delicious and unique cocktails made with our new lineup of VBC spirits and one-of-a-kind food items. Follow our Facebook and Instagram pages to stay updated on our series of live music. And if you're looking to take your celebration to the next level or host a private event, look no further than our production facility, only at Voodoo Brewing Company.
It's Potomac Furniture's 75th anniversary sale. Celebrate our birthday with 40, 50, and 60% savings. Stop in today, Route 19 in McMurray, or visit PotomacFurniture.com. Furniture of distinction at a price you can afford.
To learn more, visit gcc.edu.
There we go. We welcome you inside the broadcast booth. Austin Bechtold, Alex Terrett up here at Allegheny. Got a chance to talk to Lily Peters at halftime. Great interview that she did here at Allegheny with the Gators president. Okay, Alex, so the main theme of this game really has been Cauley and Brinsick on either side. 185 total yards of scrimmage out of 217 total yards for Waynesburg has come from Zane Cauley. He's been the star of the night.
And that's exactly what we thought coming into this matchup. And we knew he was going to get a lot of attempts, but also in the pass game as well with that screen pass that he took for the long touchdown run earlier in the first half. But it just, how do you stop him as an Allegheny defense? And they did a great job, especially towards the end of the first half, of really stopping him in his tracks before he has a chance to get to the second level.
For the Gators in the lead, Trevor Brinsick has done a nice job. One of the main goals has been take care of the football, but be explosive, take some shot plays. Brinsick is also rushed for 53 total yards for the Gators. He's thrown for 142 touchdowns, no picks, only 4 incompletions on the day.
And he's done it all. And he's the reason why you're winning in this football game. And you've seen exactly what you need to see from him. 16 first downs. And also, both teams have a little bit of penalty issues in the first half, and those mostly came from the first quarter. But other than that, both teams have been playing pretty clean football when it comes to the second part of the first half. And I think we talked about him all day, and that's Zane Colley. Had a lot of easy rushes, found a lot of ways to get involved, but also Trevor Brinsick, who's done exactly what you need him to do in the rush game.
So when we talk about Colley, 81 total rushing yards, 12 attempts. So he's averaging nearly 7 yards per rush, about 6 3/4, as well as a touchdown. He also has a receiving touchdown, 4 catches for 104 yards. This was the big explosive play. From officially 69 yards away, Colley just using his breakaway speed. Once he made one defender miss in space, that was pretty much all he had to do. It was off to the races. Other than that, though, Isaiah Fields has 1 catch for 6 yards. Tyler Richmond has a catch for 13. Isaac Trout has a catch, but for no yards. It's really been Allegheny's ability to respond in the second quarter on a Geiswhite touchdown there from Brinsick rolling out. And then how about Brinsick just throwing it up for grabs to Geiswhite, who high pointed the football in the final minute to be able to find Geiswhite for his second receiving touchdown. He has 7 catches for 78 yards, including the long of 23 on the touchdown. Gators will kick it away to the Yellow Jackets as night has fallen in Meadville. Now primetime action for the second half. Under the lights on KDKA+. Returnable inside the 10. Trying to reverse Fields. Far side, 30, 35, 40-yard line. Great return for the Yellow Jackets. Up into Allegheny territory.
Davis on the return.
Davis, a great return for the Jackets. Take another look at the return. We see so few and far often kick returns being huge factors in games. That puts the ball at the 45-yard line of Allegheny.
And now I'm completely expecting Coach Coleman to go back to what he looked like in the first quarter for his offense. Have Barber handing the ball off a lot to Colley, loading up the box, trying to get as many blockers in front of him as he can, and trying to see if they can get more explosive plays.
Barber gives it to Colley. Colley still going, breaks off 2 tackles, and he gets 5 yards to the 40.
5-yard gain.
Lilly had a chance to talk to Coach Coleman about what might happen in this second half and also what he saw in the first half.
Yeah, Austin, I did talk to Coach Coleman coming back after the break there, and he said that our base premise is just to continue to do our jobs and block up front and control that line of scrimmage. I also asked him if he was going to use the pass game in the second half, since it seems like the that they have their run game figured out, and he just told me that our pass game feeds off of our run game. So we're not going to incorporate that pass game until we can get this run game going again in the second half. Austin?
And Hunter Cameron on his first carry, only a few carries on the season for Cameron, 9 yards total on 8 carries. He picks up a first.
And no matter what back you have there, it could be Colley, could be a lot of the other guys you see shuffled in here, a lot of the younger guys for Waynesburg. It doesn't matter because of how much push the offensive line's getting.
First down at the 34. Good gain past the 25-yard line. Hunter Cameron, who is a senior, but previously for Waynesburg played a lot as a sophomore, decent amount as a junior. Really did a nice job on that carry before he's dragged down by Altenbaugh.
And when Lilly talked about how Coach Coleman wants to get the running game going again so that he can really open up the pass game, and he's not just going to go straight to the pass game to see if he can bring his running game back.
Ball at the 24. Cameron, once again, another carry. He's brought down. Colton Colucci with the tackle for loss. Zach Altenbaugh, actually, from his linebacker spot, made the tackle. Here's another look.
And Altenbaugh, he's able to kind of just hide behind his defensive lineman. And so Hunter Cameron's not able to see him and make a move. Instead, Altenbaugh just springs forward. Another secure tackle for number 50 on the Gators.
It's a loss of 2, back to the 25. Seemed like movement on the right side of the line early. That will be the case. before Colley could get the football. Waynesburg moving backwards again. Here's the call.
Full start, offense, number 5. It's a 5-yard penalty, second down.
And now Waynesburg start to get out of their comfort zone, being behind the sticks, which doesn't favor them as a primarily rushing team. And it's kind of just, that's the only thing that's really stalled this offense is those penalties, those plays that happen before the ball's even snapped.
Second down and 15. Allegheny brings pressure, but Waynesburg picks it up. Pass is caught inside the 20. On a dive. Terrific grab made for the Jackets. Tyler Richmond. Down at the 18.
And Richmond just flashing the gloves there. And that's a very tough catch to make over the middle of the field. Defenders are in your face, and also you're worried about the contact that you might have to face as soon as you catch that ball, but able to get down, able to secure a great grab, which is probably one of the better passing performances outside of Colley this game.
A strong tackler, Vito Joseph, made the tackle, but it brings up 3rd down and 4. Barber looks far side, has a man open, it's caught. Looking to break one tackle and into the end zone. Touchdown, Waynesburg. A 19-yard score for Miles. The junior fullback reaches the end zone.
And Miles was frustrated earlier in the first half when he wasn't able to get the one catch that he had a lot of open running room for, but this time he's able to just finish the run and plows his way forward inside the end zone. He's the guy that kind of goes unnoticed a lot in this offense.
Bobbled exchange on the extra point. Tommy Burke, who's the backup quarterback, looking to get away, but he can't. So Waynesburg, 1 point shy of tying the game. Allegheny able to get a stop there. It's 20-19. As Burke tried to make something happen after the bobbled exchange. Gators lead by 1. We'll get the football for the first time in the second half.
When the biggest newsmakers have something big to say.
We're really testing the limits.
This is hurting working families.
This is a challenging moment.
They say it to one station. The biggest interviews. KDKA TV. Expect more.
Now is the time. Today is the day for us to strike out and move forward in confidence and faith.
On November 9th, tune in to KDKA Plus for D3 college football as the Westminster Titans face the Geneva Golden Tornadoes. Saturday, November 9th at 1 p.m. only on KDKA Plus.
For Brittany, it's more than a move. It's a new city. It's a new role. It's a brand new horizon that's hers for the taking. It's more than a move, and we're more than a truck.
In Pittsburgh, the news moves fast, but as the stories evolve, KDKA sticks with them, holding our leaders accountable and bringing change to the communities we call home. Stick with us every weeknight starting at 4.
Back at Allegheny, 1 point lead for the Gators after Waynesburg went right down the field after receiving the second half kickoff. Miles able to find the end zone. 19-yard score from Sam Barber. So now we'll see the Gators offense. In terms of just total time that's been played in the game, that's 2 touchdowns in 5 minutes between when Allegheny scored at the end of the first half to when Waynesburg responded to almost tie it up again, but the miscues on the extra point, keeping Waynesburg from being able to knock the score again. Kick is away. It's a low line drive. Takes a hop and is fielded at the 11. I'll run back up towards the 30-yard line. Next week is the start of the WPIAL playoffs for the Steelers high school showcase game of the week on KDKA Plus. The matchup still to be determined as the playoffs begin in all 6 conferences for the championships at Norwin and Acrisure Stadium. Catch it on November 1st and stay tuned to see who will be playing in the matchup this Friday on KDKA Plus. Pistol formation for Brinzik. Hands it off, trying to bounce it to the near side, but Waynesburg, multiple tacklers there to bring down the ball carrier. And we've seen just the constant blitz to the ball from Wooten. Every time it seems like the ball is around the line of scrimmage or 5 yards from it, Wooten is right there to make a play.
And he's just such an active member of this defense. And this is a Yellow Jackets defense that really likes to swarm to the ball, as you will. And they just really rely on Wooten to be there first.
Let the Jackets swarm on 2nd down and 12. Brinzik, quick pass, caught. Reception made, Curtis, no block. No block, lost the football. Pile up on it. Waynesburg looks to have it. The Yellow Jackets pointing in that direction as Curtis, no block, coughed up the football. There's also a player down for Allegheny. That was a big hit delivered. See if we can take another look once we determine who has possession. Waynesburg football. Here's another look at the hit that jarred it out. Right there, the hit from Brendan Boron forced it out.
And No Block, who tries to extend the play, and you just see him get met with a great tackle, great hit, helmet directly on the football. It causes No Block to lose it. And Waynesburg takes over.
Huge hit from Boron. And an injured player still being attended to for Allegheny. 10-17 left in the 3rd quarter. Waynesburg takes over.
It's more than a move. It's a new job for her. A new baseball team for him. And for Badger, it's a new yard with more room to roam. It's more than a move, and we're more than a truck.
If you need insurance, you need an agency that's sharp. The Sharp Insurance Agency is an independent agency and distinguish themselves by providing face-to-face customer service and reviewing coverage to provide the best possible value for their clients.
Hi, I'm Mike Sharp. Lean on my years of experience in the Pittsburgh area to find you the best insurance coverage, because when insurance companies compete, you win.
The Sharp Insurance Agency. Contact us today to have your personal or business insurance professionally reviewed.
At Laway, we understand the power of personalization. From hats to water bottles, our expert services include screen printing, embroidery, and a variety of promotional items. We also specialize in team sports gear. What truly sets Laway apart is our dedicated design team, including our talented on-staff graphic designers and exponential customer service. Choose Laway to make a lasting impression on and off the field.
Trout Plumbing is a registered and insured master plumber that services the South Hills. They offer a variety of services, including camera inspection and dye testing. Trout Plumbing also offers a veteran and senior citizen discount. When in doubt, call the Trout at 412-983-8106.
It's Potomac Furniture's 75th anniversary sale. Celebrate our birthday with 40, 50, and 60% savings. Stop in today, Route 19 in McMurray, or visit PotomacFurniture.com. Furniture of distinction at a price you can afford.
Back here at Allegheny, we're somewhere up above. There we go. Trying to stay warm up here. Gets cold when the sun goes down in Meadville. The Penn State Indy Lions are playing soon against Wisconsin. All right, run to Crawley. And St. Cawley's able to get a couple of yards. Colucci on the tackle after a pickup of about 4 yards.
2nd and
So, Alex, now that Waynesburg gets the football back and Curtis Noblock was able to get off the field under his own power after being attended to, this is a chance for the Jackets to really cement themselves to begin this second half. After a touchdown previously, could go right down the field once again, starting off in Allegheny territory. And Colley looking to do just that. Picks up a first down inside the 35.
And just the way he is able to maneuver inside the tackle box and keep his shoulders parallel to the line of scrimmage. And he does one of the best jobs of changing his pace, changing his acceleration. And as soon as he sees that hole, he hits it. And I think Colley's one of the best to do that in this conference.
Barber in the pistol, and once again, it's Colley on the call. Bounces it back upfield inside the 30 to the 29, is able to get 4 yards. Before he's brought down by a couple of different defenders. Jerome Williams comes off the field for Allegheny defensively. Bring in Josh Salisbury. And Williams looks to be holding his side a little bit, but seems to be okay, not attended to by the training staff. Before second down and 6. 2 receivers and a tight end to the near side of the formation for Waynesburg. Allegheny showing pressure off that side. They give it to Colley, bounces off one tackle. Colley stood up at the 26. A flag did come in at the snap.
Offside, defense number 29. 5-yard penalty. Second down.
Eliza Banks, the corner, called for being offsides. Freshman, who has started every game for Allegheny this year, gives Waynesburg a free 5 yards and sets up second down and 1. Wonder if the Jackets are going to try to take a shot at some point as well. But once again, it's Colley bouncing off tacklers, and a flag is thrown. Even Alex, to keep the defense honest, because we haven't seen Barber throw it that much, other than obviously the Colley touchdown run, being the most explosive play in the passing game. That was mostly just a bunch of yak. Yards after the catch on the score, and marker down. Jackets offense already moving backwards.
Holding, offense number 5. It's a 10-yard penalty, second down.
And it just seems like they're never really trying to throw the football. Like Waynesburg, obviously they've thrown the football a couple times in this half and also in the previous half, but it just seems like that's not their priority. And they really just, if they run the ball 100 times with Zane Colley, they'll do it. And I think that's something that Coach Coleman relies heavily on, and that's his running back. And also Hunter Cameron and some of the other running backs that you've seen pop in.
It's second down and 6. They give it to Colley. And he's brought down at the 30-yard line. No chance. Zach Altenbaugh brings him down. And Altenbaugh starting to come alive a little bit in this second half. This is an Allegheny defense that is out David Babb at cornerback. That's out Azri Matsuda at linebacker. They're already out Malcolm Denomi, Fletcher Hammond, Donovan Mowry. Not factoring into this one. They're down in 6. Barber has to throw it. Takes a shot towards the end zone. Has a man. Back to the football. Touchdown, Waynesburg. Isaac Trout, 30 yards out. Waynesburg takes the lead.
And Trout just uses his speed, and he's on a seam route. Doesn't really make a whole lot of moves at the line of scrimmage. Instead, just takes off running down the field. And you're not going to see a better throw than that by Sam Barber, who, we just talked about his might not be a priority to throw the ball, but that was just one of the best throws I've seen him all game.
And Alex, we were wondering, when will Waynesburg take a shot? As the extra point is up and good. There it was to Trout, their best wide receiver, leading receiver. A flag does come in at the end of the kick. And it doesn't look like it's going to factor into anything. We go to break in a 6-point game. The Yellow Jackets, 2 touchdowns in a row in the third quarter, have taken a lead 26-20 against Allegheny.
It's Potomac Furniture's 75th anniversary sale. Celebrate our birthday with 40, 50, and 60% savings. Stop in today, Route 19 in McMurray, or visit PotomacFurniture.com. Furniture of distinction at a price you can afford.
At Laway, we understand the power of personalization. From hats to water bottles, our expert services include screen printing, embroidery, and a variety of promotional items. We also specialize in team sports gear. What truly sets Laway apart is our dedicated design team, including our talented on-staff graphic designers and exponential customer service. Choose Laway to make a lasting impression on and off the field.
When you step through that door or shake their hands, will you be prepared? When you stand up for a client or walk into that meeting, will you be ready to prove to them that you deserve to be there?
When you come to Washington and Jefferson, you will be.
Washington and Jefferson College. Are you ready?
Get ready, Pittsburgh. The WPIAL playoffs are here, and the best high school football action is on KDKA+. Tune in Fridays at 7 p.m. for the Steelers High School Football Showcase, presented by Giant Eagle, Pittsburgh Post-Gazette, and Spread Group. JRM Video Productions, winners of a Regional Emmy Award for live sporting event.
So Waynesburg has scored 2 touchdowns in the third quarter in really opportunistic ways, taking a shot on that last touchdown to be able to find Trout. The fumble that was forced by Brendan Boron on no block to set up the good field position for that touchdown. But before that, Waynesburg, really good, solid drive to begin this half. It's been all Yellow Jackets, and Allegheny really had no opportunity to respond.
And the Gators really struggled on the defensive end. You had a couple good tackles from Altenbaugh, and you thought that maybe they have a chance to stop Zancali in this run game, but then Sam Barber just drops back and throws one of the best passes of the night. And instead, now Waynesburg's up 6.
Well, Braden Laird told Lilly they're going to have to score more points. Knew that would probably be the indication. It definitely is now. In a 6-point game, getting the ball back to Brinzik in the offense. As the kickoff is corralled at the 7. Now past the 20. Good running room for Geiswhite, but flags come in from 3 different directions. And this one will be coming back with 7:21 to go in the third quarter. See what the damage might be. For the offense takes the field with 4 freshman starters on offense. 6 either as a starter or a backup. And there's over 13 players who are either starters.
Holding on the return team, number 44. That's a 10-yard penalty from the spot of the foul. First down.
There's over 10 players, combined offense, defense, that is factored into this game. Whether it's a starter or a backup, it's realistically pushing more towards 13. First and 10 for the Gators at the 16-yard line. Brinzik in the shotgun with 2 receivers lined up, far side and the near side. They'll give it to Baraducci. Baraducci moves the pile forward to the 23. And you want to see Allegheny also establish the run a little bit. That's something that they had some success on earlier in the game, but kind of gotten away from.
And it's because of the success they had in the pass game, but you don't want to rely too much on the pass. And we looked at the stats for the first half for Allegheny. They were pretty balanced, and I think they had a good mix of run and pass with the play calls, but you just need to see a little bit more chunk plays out of the run game.
Pistol formation for Brinzik on 2nd down and 5. He'll throw it far side. It's caught. Reception made and out of bounds. It's Will Griffin, the tight end, his 2nd catch of the year.
And Griffin kind of coming in place of Austin Williams, who's dealt with a lot of injury concerns today. And he's been kind of in and out. And so that means Will Griffin's had a chance to really show what he can do. And Allegheny really likes to use those tight ends, so he's going to get a lot of opportunities.
It was a 4-yard gain for Griffin. 1 yard short, 3rd down and 1. Shotgun formation once again for Brinzik. Similar type of formation, and they'll hand it off. Baraducci with a blocker out in front of him. Baraducci close to a first down. Ball might have came out at the end of it. Waynesburg pointing that the Jackets had the football. Brendan Boron's already running off the field for Waynesburg. Big scrum at the bottom of the pile. And Waynesburg has it again. Another fumble by Allegheny gives it back to the Jackets. Take another look at Baraducci was down. There's the ball coming out there. And Waynesburg falling on it.
And it definitely looks like the knee is down, and Brendan Boron knew that Waynesburg recovered it, so he immediately started running off the field. But you just gotta love the hit that he makes there to bring that ball loose, period, whether or not the knee is down or not. But
Kevin Willis right there, the man on screen, 44, the one that recovered it.
And I think it's going to be something that going to haunt Allegheny for a while, because you come in to halftime up a touchdown, and now they have a chance to go up. Waynesburg has a chance to go up too.
We talked about turnovers. That was what was haunting Allegheny as Colley gets spun down inside the 25 after a pickup of 5 yards. It's been the turnovers that have really shifted this game. And what was Allegheny having all the momentum going into the second half, it's completely changed, and it seems like Waynesburg is in just complete control out of the locker room.
Now their priority is, once again, to run the football. They're already up. They can kind of sit on this lead a little bit because they know their defense has done enough to keep them in here. And then the run game does enough to pick up first downs and run the clock some more.
2nd and 3 after the 7-yard gain. Colley runs far side. Colley first down. Colley towards the 10. Zane Colley with another good run. Colton Colucci brought him down.
And they're just going to keep going to him. And they like to run this halfback stretch play. They like to get the offensive lineman for Waynesburg just grabbing onto a guy and just moving him. And then Colley can just break based off the hole that he sees from there.
See if Waynesburg just keeps going back to the well of Colley. That's the case. Colley breaks off one tackle. Colley sprints into the end zone. Touchdown, Waynesburg. The hat trick for Zane Colley. He reaches the end zone again. Waynesburg extends the lead.
And he's just a special type of player. And just the way he senses danger up the middle, immediately breaks off towards the outside and then makes a man miss and just basically walks into the end zone. And 3 touchdowns, not even the end of the third quarter. And this is just what he does on the regular. And he's just that type of player that breaks the game open like this.
Extra point is good. Zane Colley with 2 rushing touchdowns and a receiving touchdown. He has been terrific for Waynesburg, who now leads by 13. And Colley, again, just breaking off tacklers. Nobody really had a chance to bring him down. Just so shifty as he gets past the line. Colley now in the game has over 100 yards rushing and 100 yards receiving. 4 catches for 104 yards and a touchdown, as well as 21 rushes for 136 yards and 2 touchdowns. He's averaging 6.5 yards per carry, 26 yards per reception. Obviously, the long 70-yard touchdown factoring into that. But Colley, who had 279 yards, 3 touchdowns against the Bison last week, he leads the PAC in yards per carry, 5.5 per game, and all-purpose yards as well. He's been terrific per game, right around 138. 6th in the country in rushing yards per game, 7th in the country in rushing yards overall. He's going to continue to make his mark in the country. Wouldn't be surprised to see another D3Football.com Player of the Week invitee for Zane Colley. How does Allegheny respond? Kickoff away, and Geiswhite takes it from the 5. Chris Geiswhite breaks off 1 tackle, but is corralled inside the 25. And it seems like, Alex, that this has just all happened in the blink of an eye for Allegheny. 3 touchdowns in a row for Waynesburg.
And that's what happens when you put the ball on the ground. And this Waynesburg defense, does a great job at taking away the football, but also, this is exactly how they want to play the game. They want to get takeaways. They want to run the ball, and I think this is exactly what Waynesburg drew up from the beginning.
Austin Bechtold, Alex Terrett, and Willie Peters alongside at Allegheny, where it's the Jackets up by 13. A quick turn of events after Allegheny held a 7-point lead at halftime. And all Jackets since. Brinzik in the shotgun, empty backfield. Rolls out to the near side. Brinzik throws, pass caught at the 25. Nick Berkey on the catch. Only picks up a couple yards though. Gain of 4. Second down and about 6 yards.
And we really haven't talked enough about Brinzik today, and he's done an amazing job of controlling the game, and it's just been the unforced turnovers from his receivers and from the running backs based off those fumbles, but he really hasn't put the ball in harm's way very much today.
Send a man in motion and give it to him on the far side of formation. But Waynesburg, once again, doing a really nice job of containing, making the tackle, and even just having one guy get to whoever the ball carrier is, to whether it be wrap up or slow him up, so there's multiple other players there to help combine on the tackle.
And it's kind of what you hear growing up as a football player, and it's just sometimes if you can't make the tackle yourself, just hold him until someone else comes and helps you out. And sometimes just holding the guy at his spot, not letting him advance any farther, and kind of waiting for reinforcements is sometimes a better option.
Garland Warren is the back on 3rd down and 3. Brinzik looking near side the whole way, and the pass is caught. Reception made by Dursey for a first down. He gets slammed down by Boron. But Dursey keeps the drive alive to the 38.
And that's kind of what they needed. And it's a good play by Brinzik finding Dursey. Dursey makes a good catch. And now they get a new set of downs. Brandon Layard just really needs to make sure that they don't do too much in this drive. They have a ton of time. They're only down 2 scores. 3 minutes left in the third. You just need a methodical drive like you had in the first half when you went from your own 5-yard line and ended up with a score.
And you're sort of just trying to calm things down as well. Get your offense back into a rhythm as it's Brinzik on the quarterback run for 2 yards. So Austin Williams, who is such a factor in this passing game, has been banged up. He's come in and out of the game with various bumps and bruises. It's 2nd down and 8. Typically a dependable guy that you can look to for Brinzik. We've seen a lot more Will Griffin. But Williams is back out there, lining up in the slot on the near side, right near the 40-yard line. Send Berkey in motion. Brinzik steps up. He tucks and will run with it. Brinzik is able to hold on to the football. Took a shot from multiple different players, including Willis. Also saw Sebastian Ross downfield, helping to make the play. There's a player down in the backfield for Allegheny. Alex Paulson also on the tackle. As the injured player is attended to for Allegheny. Take a look at some of the scores around the conference, as a lot of games are finalized, but one more game other than this one tonight taking place at Westminster. 7 o'clock kickoff, so that one starting to begin. PAC play with no score yet in the first quarter. Grove City winners over Teal. CMU and W&J, some of the big dogs were eaten earlier on today, with Case Western Reserve, the only undefeated team still left in the PAC. Westminster with 1 loss. Trying to bring Case back to the pack with everyone else, fighting for a PAC title.
And Westminster's only loss on the season is to W&J by 1 touchdown. And this is just a conference that you just really have to wait for these next couple weeks to see who rises to the top.
And Jake Pugh in the offense for W&J had to go on a game-winning drive to win it. They're able to do so, which ended up leading to the big win against Grove City, which puts the PAC in this predicament that's pretty good to have for the conference, as Geisweit goes out of bounds inside Waynesburg territory with a first down at the 47. So when you look at the conference, there are so many teams that are bunched up just right next to each other with Case Western 6-0, W&J 6-1, Carnegie Mellon's 5-1, Grove City's 5-1. W&J, Carnegie Mellon, Grove City all ranked in the top 25. Grove City 15, Carnegie Mellon 18, W&J 21 in the latest D3Football.com rankings. And Westminster, who's also been around that receiving votes category, 5-1. Under a minute left in the third quarter. High snap for Brinzik. He hands it off. It's Smith. He'll get spotted up at the 45 after only a gain of 1. Some of the fans here at Allegheny starting to get a little bit restless with the running game not being as effective and just pleading with the Gators to throw the football.
I think Coach Layer's just making sure that he doesn't get a little too pass happy and trying to keep establishing that run game while you have the time to do that instead of just abandoning the run game altogether and just keep throwing it around the yard, which could be a pretty good strategy for Allegheny, but I think he still wants to keep a two-dimensional offense.
Brinzik will throw it downfield. Open man, it's caught. Dursey on the reception to the 30-yard line. Ball's forward to the 29 for another Allegheny first down, and the fans got their wish.
And Brinzik throws a great pass, a little flood concept here. And Dursey just finds that open window. And this is the Allegheny offense that you saw in the first half. And you saw how well they moved the ball up the field, and now they're just continuing to do what they left off with.
3 quarters have gone by, 1 to go at Frank B. Fuhrer Field with the Waynesburg University Yellow Jackets up by 13 against the Gators. We're driving to begin the fourth quarter.
This awesome gift is from my grandma. I use free pay policy from GBA Life.
What does it do?
It accumulates cash value, helps protect my future insurability, and it may even earn dividends.
What's so great about that?
My policy will grow with me. Plus, I get access to the GBA Life Youth Leaders Program, scholarships, and more.
Oh.
You might be interested in a GBA Life annuity. You're probably thinking about retiring soon, right, Mrs. Jones?
From heating and cooling to a large array of construction equipment, Herc Rentals has the gear you need to get the job done. Herc Rentals is already a staple in several communities across the United States and Canada and have been serving our customers' needs since 1965 with a catalog of equipment that spans the spectrum of almost every kind of solution you can think of. To learn more about Herc Rentals, visit hercrentals.com or call us at 1-888-777-2700.
Get ready, Pittsburgh. The WPIAL playoffs are here, and the best high school football action is on KDKA+. Tune in Fridays at 7 p.m. for the Steelers High School Football Showcase, presented by Giant Eagle, Pittsburgh Post-Gazette, and Spread Group.
On November 9th, tune in to KDKA Plus for D3 college football as the Westminster Titans face the Geneva Golden Tornadoes. Saturday, November 9th at 1 p.m. only on KDKA Plus. Waynesburg has never beaten Allegheny. 6-0 the Gators are all time as the Jackets rallied from a 19-point halftime deficit to force overtime in a wild season opener at John F. Wiley Stadium last fall, but the Gators were able to win it. And now Brinzik trying to lead the offense for the Gators back to try to do the same, but not this time on first down. Dropped in the backfield as the Jackets continue to swarm Brinzik. Another loss on the play. It's Deontay Givens who's had a nice night.
And Givens, he's in pursuit here on Brinzik, and Brinzik's done a great job of rushing the football today, but said Givens able to get there, get home, and set up a long second down for the Gators.
It's a sack and a loss of 3 yards. Second sack of the year for Givens, the sophomore linebacker. 3 receivers to the near side, 1 on the far side.
for Brinzik at the far side hash. They send Austin Williams in motion towards the formation. Take the handoff. Brinzik looking to throw deep downfield. He delivers. Open man's Geis wide, but it's intercepted. Taken away by the Jackets. Guess who? Kolik Wooten on the interception. It's the third turnover of the half by Allegheny.
Brinzik trying to extend the play like we've seen all day today. Instead, just kind of keeps his eyes downfield and tries to throw it in a really tight window to Geis White, who's honestly come down with a lot of those footballs, a lot of those throws today, but just a little bit underthrown. And then Wooten, we've talked about him all day. I think it was kind of destined for him to get a takeaway at some point today.
Third interception of the season for Wooten. That's a football he'll want to keep. He's got the turnover chain as well. Celebrating with the Waynesburg fans on the far side. Not much on first down for Colley. Makes his way to the 14. Only a gain of 2.
Brings up 2nd and 8.
And Colley's going to be the guy that they're going to lean on to ice this game. And he's done enough today with his rush yards and also his receiving yards. But now Allegheny is going to load up the box. They're going to try and make sure that Waynesburg can't just run the football on every down.
He ran right into Nigel Williams. How about Colley? 5'7", 180, running into a man who's 6'3", 325. As Colley on the carry gets to the 19. He's able to gain 5 yards. A few yards shy, though, of a first down.
It's definitely been the tale of two halves for Allegheny. And we thought that Brinzik played a great first half. We thought the Allegheny offense in general played amazing. But they have yet to score in the second half. And Waynesburg's really turned it on towards the end of this third quarter. And then now into the fourth. And the defense has really stepped up.
Could be key for Allegheny to force a 3 and out. Colley. Pile stops shy of the marker. Needed the 22. He's only at the 21. And will bring up fourth down.
And it looks like Coach Coleman's going to bring the punt team on. I would be a little concerned if he decided to go for that one and not the one that they had almost inside the red zone, where they decided to punt in the first half. But obviously trying to take a different approach, trying to play the long game, settle on his defense. Because honestly, after the last 3 takeaways, I think you just keep riding that Waynesburg defense.
Geis White is back. We'll see if Allegheny brings pressure. Geis White standing at his own 45. High snap. Punt is away, though. It's a kick where Geis White will call a fair catch at the 47. 2 weeks from now, D3 football returns to KDKA Plus with a 1 o'clock kickoff. The Westminster Titans on the road in Beaver Falls against the Geneva College Golden Tornadoes as the regular season starts to come to a close. Final 3 weeks after this week. We'll have Westminster Geneva for you in 2 weeks on November 9th. And then we will have Washington and Jefferson. Allegheny will close the season and the regular season right here in Meadville, Pennsylvania, before bringing you, could be a bowl game, could be an NCAA playoff game. We'll see what happens in the conference. And how many teams the PAC might get into the NCAA playoffs as Brinzik looks to take a shot downfield. There's a man wide open at the 35. It's caught down inside the 30. There was no one around Dursey, and he had all kind of open space as Allegheny goes quick to the line.
It seemed like Dursey just had nobody assigned to him on that play. And honestly, I'm surprised that Dursey wasn't able to break it off for even more. But now Coach Layer wants to go up tempo and see if he can get a quick score here.
Pistol formation for Brinzik. Brinzik tucks and runs, but only gets back to the line. And again, Alex Paulson on the tackle. He's had a great day, the junior from Seneca Valley.
And Brinzik kind of just abandons the pass game altogether and just decides to tuck it and run. Only gives 1 or 2 looks out to the secondary. And you kind of think after that last interception, he's kind of not going to play as aggressively, even though this is the time when you should play aggressively, down 2 scores in the fourth quarter with only 11 minutes in running. I want him to continue to keep throwing the ball like he was throughout this whole game.
11 minutes left in regulation. Brinzik looks far side, back near side, pass incomplete.
just through the hands of Geisweit. Had him open. We'll bring up third down.
Geisweit trying to run this little dig route over the middle of the field, and through this angle you could probably see Brindzik kind of throw the ball a little behind, and Geisweit has to slow his momentum down and try and contort back to the ball and not able to complete it.
And Brandon Tyson there with the coverage also helped force the errant throw. So he was hounding Geisweit, but Geisweit really at times has won that matchup. Geisweit on the day, 8 catches for 88 yards and 2 touchdowns. Can they find him on third down? They line up Austin Williams on the far side of the field. Brindzik with plenty of time, delivers, pass caught. Williams, shy of a first down, tries to extend and reach out for it, but well short. I would imagine that Allegheny's going to go for it on fourth.
And you have to just see the way that this Waynesburg secondary breaks on the football. And Austin Williams is not an easy person to bring down because of with his size and with his stature. But Waynesburg, this defense has not backed down from a challenge at all today. And considering how many points Allegheny put up in the first half, they've made a ton of adjustments at halftime, and they have been just stellar in the second half.
And Ewing Jamison did not let Williams get more than 4 yards shy. It's 4th down and 4 in the final 10 minutes. Brindzik in the shotgun, rolls out to the near side. Brindzik delivers, pass caught. Berkey, first down, Allegheny. A very, very important play for Allegheny to sustain this drive.
And that was huge. And we've really seen Brindzik escape the pocket. Then you see a couple players out in this flat area, and Berkey's the first one that he sees, and he delivers the ball. And Berkey does a great job of staying in bounds, keeping both feet down before to continue to corral the catch and make sure that he doesn't accidentally step out of bounds.
Inside the red zone, ball to the near side hash. Brindzik once again lines up shotgun, Smith's the back. Brindzik rolls out near side, under pressure, delivers, caught. Dursey towards the 10, he's out of bounds at the 12. It's only a short pickup of 3. Maybe 2 yards on first down.
And there's not really any sort of rush here. Dursey just kind of initially tries to be a little blocker, extra protection for Brindzik, who's had trouble getting away from this defensive line for the Yellow Jackets. But instead, just a little dump off to him, get a couple yards, and then set up a little bit of an easier second down.
Second down and 7. Pistol formation for Brindzik. Looks towards the far side the whole way. Into the end zone, incomplete. Trying to find Geisweit, and the ball was just behind him. And you saw Geisweit get up with a lot of emotion and frustration on his face.
Because Geisweit, he finds that open zone. He finds the open pocket of this zone defense and tries to settle down in that window. And you can see how frustrated he is because he thinks that Brindzik missed a touchdown.
Yeah, he was open, but Brindzik just skipped the football to him. 3rd and 7. Pistol formation again for Brindzik. 2 receivers to the far side. They send Berkey in motion. Brindzik rolls out far side, looks for Berkey. Berkey's open. Berkey with 1 man to beat. Touchdown, Allegheny! Nick Berkey scores and cuts it to a 1-score game in Meadville.
And Berkey was the one who made the play on the 4th down on that little flat route, but instead, you're going to see him just come across the formation, and one of the Waynesburg defenders slips, and then Berkey's able to finish the run in the end zone.
Important extra point for Garrett Paxton. In a 33-26 game. The left-footed kicker gets it away. Up and good. 33-27, a 6-point game at Frank B. Fuhrer Field. We're in for a good ending to this one. Under 9 minutes to go at Allegheny as Berkey finds the end zone.
Quiet on set? No way. This is Jake's time to shine, and Ryan's, and our crew. Cameras, check. Drones, check. Checking that shot we just checked? Double check. We ain't got time to chill. We're out here capturing this action. This is when we get to work, to bring you every moment live, no matter what. Broadcasting changes everything. Transform how you experience the game with JRM Video Production.
Pursue your calling at Grove City College.
It's more than a piano. It's music lessons, birthday parties, and countless family memories, now safely tucked away, awaiting Nana's new home. It's more than a piano, and we're more than a truck.
Get ready, Pittsburgh. The WPIAL playoffs are here, and the best high school football action is on KDKA+. Tune in Fridays at 7 p.m. for the Steelers High School Football Showcase, presented by Giant Eagle, Pittsburgh Post-Gazette, and Spread Group.
Allegheny able to punch it into the end zone. Brinzik to Berkey for the touchdown. It's a 6-point game. Both teams with all 3 timeouts left. 8:46 to go on the clock. Clock really not a factor right now, obviously. There's still a lot of football to go. Yellow Jackets will get the football after scoring 3 consecutive touchdowns. This sequence from Allegheny really got things going. Dursey wide open and then able to find Berkey. They got Berkey in motion, and he had 2 huge plays, converting on 4th down to sustain that drive, and then also with the catch in open space to make one man miss and reach for the pylon and score.
And also, I definitely want to take a look at that touchdown after this kick, because it was kind of the play that Geiswhite was able to make to really spring Berkey forward.
And Paxton's kick goes into the end zone for a touchback.
And so it's all about Geiswhite. And you're going to see as he comes across the formation, he's actually going to cause these defenders to run into each other. And then that's what's going to spring forward and cause Berkey to be so wide open. And you see the way he collides in with the defender, causes Berkey to spring over for the easy touchdown.
Waynesburg takes over at the 25-yard line. See what Gabe Lavara and Waynesburg draws up here. Do they go back to Colley, or do they try to open up the pass game? First, it's Colley. Not much space there, though. Great tackle in the backfield. Really seen Altenbaugh start to step up in this second half. He's been much more noticeable, especially with the plethora of players who are injured, as Colley is potentially one of those guys now on the Waynesburg side. He hobbles off the field and goes over to the sideline.
And that's the guy that you need to have right now. And now you have Hunter Cameron in there trying to see if he can provide what Zane Colley provides, which is a very hard task to do.
And they give it to Cameron. He's a veteran, experienced back. Can't break off the tackle, though. Strong play made for Allegheny. We've seen at times Landon Wayne, who's stepping in for David Babb, who's injured and can't play today, make some solid plays. He's gotten beat at times, but that one very critical on second down.
And this is a very tough tackle to make. And the fact that he's able to stop that momentum of Hunter Cameron, who's a little bit bigger than Zane Colley, so it's definitely a little bit of a different look whenever he's in the game.
Went only for a gain of 1 for Cameron. Under 8 minutes left in regulation, setting up 3rd down and 9. Hunter Cameron remains the back. Sam Barber hasn't thrown much today with no option here. Barber, they try to set up a screen to Cameron, he dropped the football. Didn't seem like it had much of a place to even go from that, as Jerome Williams and Colton Colucci broke it up. Waynesburg goes 3 and out.
And it's just an amazing series by the Allegheny defense, who's kind of been pushed around a little bit on the offense and defensive line, but now if you're an Allegheny Gators fan, you're feeling pretty happy right now.
Geiswhite is back, standing inside his own 40. And Landon Bradley, the freshman punter, corralled a high snap last time. Another high snap that forced him to step back. Bradley's kick is blocked! The Gators try to fall on it. A scrub at the bottom of the pile. Allegheny still trying to pick it up. The Gators have it and down inside the 5. Ball is still loose into the end zone. Touchdown, Colton Colucci. What a turn of events. Allegheny scores on the block punt, and the Gators are an extra point away from the lead.
Honestly, I don't even know what just happened there. That ball seemed like it just kept moving, and no one could actually hold on to the ball for more than a millisecond because it just kept bouncing around. It was just a great rush from the Gators. And you talked about all the high snaps that Waynesburg's had today, and they kind of sensed a little blood in the water there on the punt game, able to get home. But then it's just, who wants the football? Apparently no one was just wanted to take it. Instead, it could keep bouncing around and just see it pop out. And then Colucci, who's the final guy with the football in his hands for the touchdown.
Colton Colucci has the hair like Troy Polamalu, and he made a play like it to find that football in the end zone. And a huge play for Allegheny, one of the craziest plays you'll see all season. Special teams, such a critical component of the game. We talked about how the snaps have been a little bit off for Bradley, and that changed up his timing with getting the punt away. Allegheny, with great pressure on the rush, were able to block the kick and icing on the cake to take it into the end zone.
And also, you talked about how Allegheny kind of was losing this game in the blink of an eye, and now they're back in this game in the blink of an eye, and you just don't even know who wants this game to in their favor. It just didn't seem like anyone's really gotten a really good footing in this game so far.
Important extra point for Garrett Paxton. High snap, hold down, kick up, flag comes in. And it's a false start being called against Allegheny.
Prior to the kick, full start on the offense, number 59. It's a 5-yard penalty. Retry the point after.
Will Griffin blocked the punt for Allegheny before it was returned. Fumbled at the 1. Colucci picked it up, took it into the end zone, and now the extra point is backed up. Or it's a 25-yard kick for Paxton after the 5-yard penalty. This to give Allegheny the lead. More movement on the left side of the line, and it's going to move the Gators back even more. Waynesburg was pointing in that direction. There's another conference right where the kick was going to take place. There's some pointing to the Allegheny sideline as well. We'll see what the conference amounts to. Allegheny signaling it's on Waynesburg. And when there's pointing back and forth, you can only allow for the referees to tell you.
Disconcerting signals by the defense. That is a 5-yard penalty. Retry.
So we'll basically go back to the same spot as if nothing happened. It's a regular type extra point for Paxton after the 5-yard penalty.
Correction, that is a half the distance to the goal line penalty.
With the penalty half the distance to the goal, eliminating the previous penalty. That was a false start on Allegheny. This extra point from Paxton to take the lead. Allegheny leads 34-33. 7 minutes and change still to go. And what has been a thrilling game at Allegheny College.
And also, I've been trying to keep up here with all the times that the ball was shown on the ground here. You're going to see the great interior pressure. Ball immediately gets popped out by Muhammad. Right, and then you see on the ground again. And then you're just going to see more people touch the ball. There's right there. There's right there. That's our 4th time we've seen that ball in a different person's hands. And then the ball comes out again for the 5th time. And then they roll back into the end zone. And then Colucci's there for the 6th time. 6 times the charm there. With the ball just consistently being popped out and ending up in the Gators' hands.
Chaos, but controlled chaos for the Gators.
I don't know if you call it controlled, but I think it was lucky chaos that they had.
So Paxton will kick it away after the extra point gives Allegheny the lead. So what a wild game. After Waynesburg scored 3 consecutive touchdowns, Allegheny scores 2. An extra point gives them the lead. After the botched extra point attempt where Tommy Burke had to try to throw it for Waynesburg. Now the ball's bobbled inside the 5-yard line on the return, and Waynesburg is going to set up shop at the 20. And now we're really going to see the strength of this Allegheny Gator defense. Bringing the pass rush and try to apply some pressure on Barber. But if you're Waynesburg, still can run your offense, trying to give the ball to Colley as much as possible, but the Gators have done such a great job in this second half of containing him.
And we don't even know if Colley's healthy right now. And he left the last drive with injury, and he's going to come back on the field. But now he's kind of not 100% right now. He's not the type of runner, at least from an outsider's perspective, if we're going to see any sort of similar type of production from him.
Waynesburg lines up 3 receivers to the near side. Colley is the back in the pistol. They'll give it to him. Running to the far side of the field. Colley, not much there. He stood up at the 22. Only a gain of 2 yards to the PAC's leading rusher. And once again, we're seeing Muhammad making the tackles, the freshman who's playing instead of Azari Matsuda, the senior who's out today due to injury. Muhammad, the freshman linebacker from Georgia, just continues to make an impact.
And he's just been amazing. And he's the guy, along with Altenbaugh, who's really stepped up and made those tackles on Colley and not let him spring free.
2nd and 8. Barber steps up into a sack. Barber's brought down, nowhere to go. Jerome Williams, the second, brings him down with some help from Colucci to set up 3rd and long.
Barber didn't seem like he was really comfortable dropping back there. Immediately doesn't see anybody, tries to maybe take off a run, kind of gets caught in the middle there. And this Allegheny defense is fired up, and they're really getting to the quarterback.
And Nigel Williams also got home on Barber. Williams, who's played so well today on the defensive line, especially in the second half. 3rd and 13 for Waynesburg, needing the 30-yard line. Ball on the 17. Barber, flags come in first before the snap, signaling a false start. Waynesburg keeps going backwards.
False start. Offense number 23. 5-yard penalty. 3rd down.
Dagan Williams, the tight end, moved early.
And you kind of think that it has something to do with this Allegheny faithful who's creating their own chance here and just being such an integral part of the confidence of this Allegheny team who has struggled for a large part of the season. But when they play at home and they have their fan base behind them and getting up for the Allegheny defense, you gotta love what you see for the Gators.
A lot of jumping around on the Allegheny sideline with their hands in the air, trying to get the crowd pumped up as Barber looks to take a shot. Downfield, has a man. Pass is caught on a dive. What a grab. It is ruled a catch. Tyler Richmond reaches out and makes an incredible play.
And Barber knows where he's going with the football. It's his first read. He has the matchup, but this is just a great, amazing reach out catch by Richmond. And great ball, great catch. And he really silenced this crowd was feeling pretty good going in that down. But now Waynesburg has exactly what they want with 4.5 minutes to go.
Ball at the 48. They give it to Colley. Colley down right near midfield. Williams comes off the field. They bring on John Mark Crawford on 2nd down and 8 with 4.5 to go. You take another look at the play. Colley didn't have much running room, and that was just a huge play on 3rd and 13. There's been a lot of, it seems like we said that a lot of huge plays, critical plays, until the next one happens. And there's been a lot high-performance plays in this game. As Barber in the shotgun will throw it on 2nd and 8. They look towards Colley, and it's intercepted! Taken away by Landon Wayne! House call, pick 6, touchdown Allegheny! Landon Wayne jumped the route, read Barber's eyes, and scores for the Gators.
And I want to take another look at this play because Landon Wayne just makes the play of the game here. And you're going to see Colley's going to have this little swing pass here, but instead you're going to see a great play made here by Wayne, who immediately recognizes what's happening here and then able to make the play of the game, which you see there is the pick six.
We'll take a look at that one again, coming back after this extra point from Paxton. Wow, what a turn of events again for the Gators. And it's Landon Wayne who's playing for the injured David Babb in the starting lineup. Paxton's extra point is good. Allegheny 41, Waynesburg 33, still a one-possession game, but here's the pick.
And we just talked about Landon Wayne as their corner, and then Culley coming in on this out route here, and he immediately sees that, and he just breaks on the football before Culley even had a chance to turn his head around, and he knows that there's nobody stopping him between him and the end zone.
What a game here at Allegheny. We'll give you the scoring recap. It might take an hour. Culley took it in from 2 yards out for the first points of the game, 3:22 in the first quarter. Brenzick ran it in from 15 yards out. Paxton's extra point was a doink off the upright. Then Barber found Culley again. This is the passing reception that Culley had that made it into the end zone, 69 yards away. The extra point was blocked. Brenzick's pass was complete to Geiswhite for his first touchdown, 23 yards out with 10:29 in the second quarter. And then before the end of the quarter, Brenzick found Geiswhite again. As we're taking a look at just some of the first half highlights, second half highlights, full game highlights, that was all that I explained to you in the first half before Barber found Trout for a 29-yard touchdown. This was the interception from Wooten in the second half that helped set up the Yellow Jackets. But the punt block is what significantly turned things for Allegheny in the last couple plays on special teams and turnover-wise as the Jackets are stacked up inside the 25. So just in this second half, Barber to Miles for an 18-yard touchdown, Barber to Trout for a 29-yard score, Culley ran it in from 13 yards out after Waynesburg was down by a touchdown. 3 consecutive scores. Then Brenzick found Berkey for a touchdown. The punt block and recovery from Colucci at the 1-yard line gave Allegheny the lead. And then the interception, pick six, Landon Wayne from 49 yards away, gave Allegheny a 41-33 lead. Take a breath after all that. 3:50 still to go as Barber looks to take a shot, but Colucci says no, and Colucci brings down Barber at the 10.
And Austin, when you're reading off all those plays, I thought you were talking about the season highlights for these teams because of how many plays have been made on both sides of the football for both teams. And it's the common factor here has been Colucci, who's, he has that fumble recovery. He has so many tackles for losses this game, and also the sack that he just made on that play on Barber. And he's just been shot out of a cannon all day long today. He's been a guy that they've really leaned on with this young defense for Allegheny.
Colucci, the junior transfer, has been just a force on the defensive side of the ball for Allegheny. Leading tackler in terms of tackles for loss, 5.5 sacks coming in to the game as well. Barber throws downfield, has a man open, it's caught! Trying to make some shifty moves towards the 40-yard line after the reception. It's a positive gain for the Jackets that moves the chains, and a first down caught by Isaiah Fields. Fields from Cumberland, Maryland has made a couple plays in this game. Has moved the needle, but none bigger than that one.
With how much negativity has happened in this last couple minutes for Waynesburg, you have your offense on the field with enough time to go down and score and potentially tie this football game. And you're in a spot that you want to be in. You have your offense on the field, and now it's just, what are you going to do with that opportunity?
Barber with time, pocket collapses in on him, throws the ball to a man wide open, it's caught! Tyler Richmond to the 10, Richmond to the end zone, touchdown Waynesburg! First touchdown of the season for the sophomore Tyler Richmond from Carmichael's High School, and Waynesburg is a 2-point conversion away from tying it up.
And this play is something we're definitely going to have to take a look at, because how does someone like Richmond get that wide open on a play where everyone knows you're passing the ball? There's 2.5 minutes left. You know you're going to the pass, and this is just a miscommunication on the defensive end, which we're going to take a look at as soon as this point after attempt occurs.
So Waynesburg has to go for 2. The Jackets do have all 3 timeouts left. Same thing with the Gators. 2:31 left, plus you have the 2-minute timeout. So if Waynesburg does not get it here, there still will be an opportunity to get the football back. Line Barber up in the shotgun with Colley standing to his left. Ball is on the far side hash. Barber, it's a design quarterback run. Barber's into the end zone, and we are tied. Sam Barber calls his own number. What a play call from Waynesburg. And we're knotted up at 41.
And this is just great design quarterback run by Coach Coleman, who knows all the focus is on the running back position with Zane Culley. But now you have Zane Culley make a great block and kind of absorb the linebacker defender that was trying to get to Barber originally. And Barber is able to just do what he does. And what we're going to have here is we're going to have this corner route here, but then you're also going to have a post here with Richmond, and then the defenders don't even know who's switching on who, and then you cause a miscommunication here, and if you play it, you're going to see Richmond just get lost in the shuffle, and the defenders really have no idea who has Richmond on that play.
Brinzik warming up. Ready to take the field again for Allegheny. You know, we've had matchups this season between CMU and Grove City. That was a one-score game that Grove City won. We had a matchup between CMU and Washington and Jefferson. 2 teams at the top of the PAC standings, which was a really good fight. W&J upsetting Grove City, the 7th-ranked team in the country last week at Washington and Jefferson. All those games were great, but none of those games were this. This has been the most entertaining and exciting game that we've had all season long, and it's been awesome to bring it to you here on KDKA+. Austin Bechtold, Alex Terrett, and Lily Peters alongside from Meadville, Pennsylvania, Frank Beefier Field. It has been a thrilling game. We thought we were going to get a shootout, and we've gotten it, and then some. As the ball is taken from about the 20-yard line for Geiswhite. Geiswhite to the 35. And that's where the Gators will begin with 3 timeouts, plus the 2-minute timeout, 2:26 left on the clock here in the 4th quarter.
This game just keeps you on your toes, and we thought that both teams had their opportunity, their quarter to shine in the second half. The third quarter kind of belonging to Waynesburg, and then Allegheny really turned it on in the first half of this 4th quarter. And so you're thinking potential overtime here, but also, I mean, Brinzik has a golden opportunity with enough time and enough timeouts to really make a drive here and get a field goal.
And Brinzik lines up in the pistol. Quick pass. It's caught by Williams, and he's out of bounds at the 40. So if Allegheny can only amount to a field goal, something to monitor. Garrett Paxton missed an extra point off the upright earlier today. He's also 0-2 on field goals on the season. He's had 1 blocked.
Yeah, it's definitely a rough stat line to have as a kicker.
Look, imagine if you can have a game winner.
But it all will be forgiven if he makes that game winner, that's for sure.
It's a gain of 7 for Williams, 2nd down and 3 at the 42. Brinzik looking his way again. This time it's caught by Berkey, who breaks off a tackle. Berkey out of bounds at midfield. 2-minute timeout in Meadville. 1:57 still to go as Berkey moves the chains and starts to set up Allegheny moving down the field looking for the game-winning score.
It's time to rediscover the original Voodoo Brewing Company pub in beautiful downtown Meadville. Enjoy world-renowned craft beer, delicious and unique cocktails made with our new lineup of VBC spirits and one-of-a-kind food items. Follow our Facebook and Instagram pages to stay updated on our series of live music. And if you're looking to take your celebration to the next level or host a private event, look no further than our production facility only at Voodoo Brewing Company.
As someone who disrupts plans for a living, I can't say enough about the importance of life insurance. Sometimes you can see the end zone right ahead of you, you can have a clear shot, then bam, it's Cam. A policy from GBU Life can let you focus more on getting out from under what life throws at you and worry less about protecting the life you are working hard to build. You can get a policy with GBU Life that is affordable to you now and build on it for the future with their guaranteed purchase option rider. Get started protecting the life you are building today at gbu.org.
If you need insurance, you need an agency that's sharp. The Sharp Insurance Agency is an independent agency and distinguish themselves by providing face-to-face customer service and reviewing coverage to provide the best possible value for their clients.
Hi, I'm Mike Sharp. Lean on my years of experience in the Pittsburgh area to find you the best insurance coverage, because when insurance companies compete, you win.
The Sharp Insurance Agency. Contact us today to have your personal or business insurance professionally reviewed.
Final 2 minutes of regulation. And Allegheny with the ball at midfield for Trevor Brenzick, trying to orchestrate a game-winning drive. Brenzick, who's been really solid in this fourth quarter. Down the stretch, last couple drives for Allegheny, has really settled in. They give the Gators the lead, which Waynesburg was able to tie after a two-point conversion. Berkey, another catch and out of bounds. Berkey a couple yards shy of a first down. There's been so many highlights in this game, so many big plays in this game. It's going to be hard to determine a player of the game. But now, the only thing on each player's mind is how you find a way to either kick the ball through the uprights or punch it into the end zone. If you're Allegheny, you would imagine the touchdown is the only thing you're thinking right now. Second down and 3. Brenzick delivers, quick pass. Williams in and out of his hands. Hit was delivered by Smith, but Austin Williams just probably should have caught that football. Just went right in and out of his hands.
And that's a big swing because, you know, Williams had an easy first down there. It would have been able to reach across and get that first down. Now you set up a third down. You're kind of just trying to see if you can hold this ball long enough so that Waynesburg doesn't get a chance to score, even if you don't. But obviously you're thinking 4-down territory here or a possible field goal attempt.
And there's Garrett Paxton getting ready in case his number's called. It's 3rd down and 3. They send Williams in motion towards the far side of the formation. Brenzick looking over the middle, and it's broken up. Huge play made by Brennan Boron. Again, it's Boron, the veteran defensive back, the senior 6-foot safety who broke on the football. And now decision time for Allegheny. They're in no man's land at the 43-yard line. Offense is remaining out on the field.
And Brenzick really dodged a bullet here because Boron was right on that football. Brenzick kind of working through a couple of his progressions and goes back to his original one and still way too late there to deliver that football.
Allegheny keeps the offense on the field. 4th down and 3 at the 43-yard line. Pistol formation for Trevor Brenzick. Waynesburg brings 5. Brenzick rolls out to the near side downfield, and the pass is intercepted. In terms of field position, it would have been better for Waynesburg to just force an incompletion. But instead, the ball is intercepted by Jamison, and the Jackets take over.
And also, you can kind of infer that he was probably just trying to get the ball out of his hands, not take a sack, because it would give Waynesburg even better field position. And it's kind of a theoretical punt.
Right.
And, I mean, it makes sense because Brenzick is your punter.
In terms of your Jamison, though, like obviously if the ball's coming to you, you're going to make the grab. It's just human nature. But in terms of field position, it backs up Waynesburg by about 10 yards. Officially 12. Putting it at the 31-yard line. 138 for the Jackets. 3 timeouts as well. Barber taking a shot. Downfield one-on-one coverage, and the pass is caught by Richmond. What a grab by Tyler Richmond to find the football, get a foot down before he was out of bounds. The concentration, elite.
And Barber, once again, just throwing an absolute dime of a ball to Richmond, and Richmond does his part in making a great grab. But also, you kind of don't really like the way that Allegheny's kind of being a little too aggressive to the ball, and Landon Wayne, who has that pick 6 already today, kind of jumps a little prematurely and gives Richmond that window to make that catch.
Clock stopped at 1:32, out of bounds at the 49. Barber with plenty of time, taking a shot again, downfield, incomplete. He's trying to connect with Dagan Williams, but the ball just sailed on Barber a little bit, and Williams couldn't catch up to it.
We talk about Zane Cawley a lot in the first half, but how about Barber in the second half? And he's just showing that arm talent and showing why he's the starting quarterback of this team. And you really like the way that he's throwing the ball, and you just kind of need him to make 1 or 2 more big throws, see if he can push you over the edge and get you in field goal range.
So Waynesburg has it 2nd down and 10 at the 49.
The lineup, Trout on the far side of the formation in the slot. He's been quiet the last couple drives. Leading receiver for Waynesburg on the season. And Barber, quick pass, it's caught. Cauley trying to break away. Cauley zigzagging his way inside the 45. Set up a more manageable third down play. And Waynesburg goes quickly to the line. 1:13 on the clock, and the Jackets call timeout.
Timeout, Waynesburg. Their first timeout of the half.
You kind of think that they were going to go back to Cauley at some point, and with the screen pass, keeps the clock running a little bit, able to get a more manageable third down and not have to worry about Sam Barber kind of throwing an errant pass to do too much. So I think you're going to look to see Cauley maybe get the ball out of his backfield, maybe a little swing pass like we saw in the first half. But, I mean, Sam Barber can kind of think about in the back of his mind what Landon Wayne did on that same exact pass earlier in this second half, and it's kind of what you want to do here. And Coach Coleman has a big decision to make, whether he wants to continue being aggressive, letting Sam Barber throw the ball down the field, or rely on Cauley and try and ice this game and give yourself an easier field goal chance.
You know, Alex, it wouldn't surprise me here on 3rd and 4 if Waynesburg decides to run the football on 3rd with the idea of going for it on 4th. And maybe it catches Allegheny a little off guard too, maybe not expecting a run in this type of situation. 4 men on the line for Allegheny defensively. Cauley is the back, standing to the left of Barber in the shotgun. The ball on the far side hash. They're down and 4 at the 43-yard line. They will give it to Cauley. And Cauley bounces it far side, picks up the first down, stays in bounds inside the 40 to the 37-yard line. Zane Cauley able to get 5 yards and move the chains.
And you kind of wonder why Cauley stayed inbounds. And I think he's probably just trying to get in the end zone here, so he's probably trying to bounce this play out some more.
Barber, with time, delivers to Cauley again. Cauley breaks off one tackle, can't get away from the second at the 35. Brought down by Colucci. 1 minute exactly left as the clock has stopped. Not sure why. The clock should not be stopped on second down. It should continue to run, and looks like the referees have noticed and are going to try to get this corrected.
Please set the game clock to 49 seconds. 49 seconds.
So 49 seconds is officially on the clock, especially because, Alex, as you talked about, Cauley was in bounds after the first down play. The clock should have ran.
On,
so the official clock on the field was running,
but
it was not running in the stadium. It's now set at 49 seconds.
The clock will start on my signal.
And it'll start on the signal. 2nd down and 8, and now it rolls. Barber, again, with time. Delivers downfield, has a man, and it's caught at the 10! Isaiah Fields, the freshman running back downfield, makes the play.
And this looked like a duck by Barber, who kind of see that ball just wobbling up in the air. But it just finds Fields, who's just in the right place at the right time. And once he had the Allegheny defenders being too premature, jumping up to the football, and Fields just finds a great grab. And now, if you're Waynesburg, you're feeling pretty good right now.
They give to Cauley. Cauley still going, breaks off a tackle. Cauley to the far side of the field, can't get away this time. Cauley brought down behind the line. Muhammad makes the tackle, 24 seconds and counting. And a timeout called by Allegheny.
Timeout, Allegheny. Their first timeout of the half.
Allegheny does have 2 timeouts left. We'll see what Waynesburg goes for here. Drew Pinkerton, the sophomore kicker, is 2 of 3 on the season field goal attempts. His long is from 39, and he's also had 1 blocked.
And with this game, you kind of can't discount the fact of a blocked extra point a blocked field goal. You know they're going to immediately try and rush on a field goal attempt. And if you're Waynesburg, you kind of just have to make sure that you set yourself up in the middle of the field. You're going to see Cauley probably get a handoff and try and stay in bounds in the middle of the hashes and try and see if they can get their kicker comfortable with an easier field goal attempt.
And you'd probably want to center the ball, but at the same time, there is still 2 timeouts for Allegheny. 24 seconds officially on the clock. It's 2nd down and 11. Also want to try to prevent further loss of yards after the 1-yard loss on first down. Pistol formation for Barber. Cauley remains the back. They give it to Cauley, and Allegheny breaks through the line for another loss. Tackle made by Jerome Williams, the second off the end. and it moves the ball back to the 16. Now it's a
Timeout,
4-yard
Allegheny.
loss.
Their second
I mean,
timeout
that's
of the
exactly
half.
what you can't happen for Waynesburg. It would make a potential field goal even longer.
And you're probably like thinking with Zane Colley, who has an amazing game so far on the ground and in the receiving end. But now this Allegheny defense has done an amazing job of keeping him in check and try and find – they're making other players beat them. And you see Sam Barber step up. But also, what are you going to do now that Zane Colley's being stopped for loss? And you don't want to keep continuing going backwards. Allegheny still has another timeout. It's 3rd down and long. You don't want to throw an errant pass here if you're Barber. So you just keep the ball running on the ground.
So there's 20 seconds left. It's 3rd down and 14. Allegheny can use its final timeout after this play. If you're Waynesburg, I mean, do you even think about going under center and giving it to Colley? I mean, it's a shotgun offense. Or do you let Barber even just run a sneak here at the middle of the field and get a couple yards? I mean, I know it's unorthodox on 3rd and 14 here. And Waynesburg is going to attempt the field goal. It's a 32-yard attempt from Drew Pinkerton down the middle. Tommy Burke will hold it. Pinkerton, they will attempt the field goal on 3rd down. Good snap, good hold. The kick is up. Pinkerton's kick is good. Waynesburg takes a 3-point lead with 15 seconds left.
And Waynesburg, you were just talking about not taking the loss on a Zane Colley run or a quarterback sneak, but instead, Coach Coleman's like, screw it, we're just going to kick the field goal now on 3rd down. And this was a great kick by Pinkerton. And now Allegheny has 15 seconds with 1 timeout. They have an opportunity to run 3 plays and see if they can get their own field goal chance, see if they can push it to overtime. But how about the coaching decision by Coach Coleman going for it for the field goal attempt on 3rd quarter?
Yeah, Coach Coleman not caring how much time is left on the clock, just saying, you know what? We'll take the points. No more lost yardage. Just do it now. 32-yard field goal by Pinkerton. The Jackets take the lead. And Alex, Waynesburg coming into today had scored 88 total points in 6 games. The Jackets have scored half of that tonight. (44-41). What an insane game at Allegheny. As Brenzik's warming up again with one final opportunity. Well, the Kansas City Chiefs did it in 13 seconds. Can Trevor Brenzik do it in 15? We'll see if there's a run back as well from Allegheny to potentially set up better field position. Drew Pinkerton, who knocked in the field goal with 15 seconds left to give Waynesburg the lead, will kick it away. And it will be a kick that is deemed returnable unless it goes potentially out of bounds. And it's recovered by Allegheny out of bounds. Chris Geiswhite caught the ball out of bounds, and it'll put the ball inside the 20. It could have potentially bounced out of bounds and been placed at the 35.
And if he was able to have both feet down, one out of bounds before he caught it, instead he was still inbounds. His right foot wasn't down yet by the time he caught the football, so there's no flag for that. And that would have pushed you up to the 35-yard line. It wouldn't have run off any sort of time. And that's just a what are you doing type of moment there. You just let it go past you, or you have your right foot down out of bounds before you catch the ball.
Yeah, and he didn't have it down. It's like Geiswhite knew he needed to do it, but just not in time. There's 14 seconds on the clock. Only 1 second came off. 3 receivers line up to the far side, 1 to the near side. Also a back in the formation for Brenzik. Brenzik steps up. Brenzik throws. Pass is caught. Berkey has it near the 40. There's 7 seconds left. 1 timeout left for Allegheny, and the Gators will use it now.
Timeout, Allegheny. Their final timeout of the half.
Brenzik able to find Berkey downfield in a lot of traffic. And now with 7 seconds left, no timeouts remaining. You're going to either need a very deep outplay to set up what would be a long field goal. The best case scenario for Allegheny right now is to set up shop for a Hail Mary.
And right now there's not really an option when it comes to field goal, especially because you can't kick it now, and then also the play you would run to get out of bounds to set up the field goal wouldn't be enough time or enough yardage. So they're definitely going to possibly go like a 10-yard out, quick out play, and just try and have a 50-yard throw into the end zone and try and see if Brindzik can get enough arm to get there.
Waynesburg sends 3 defensive backs to the Yellow Jackets' 40-yard line. Everyone else is bunched in the first 10 yards or so of the line of scrimmage with 7 seconds. Brindzik, quick pass. It's caught by Williams. They go back to Geisweit, and they go back to Brindzik, who throws it across to the far side of the field, trying to set up a misdirection play. There is some running room. The runner slips and falls. Knee down. Game's over. Waynesburg wins. The Waynesburg University Yellow Jackets win a thriller in Meadville, Pennsylvania. Waynesburg 44, Allegheny 41 in an instant classic in the President's Athletic Conference.
It seemed like there was some running room there and almost getting that, all those laterals out.
Take another look at the final play as just a misdirection. It was a good design for Brindzik just to throw it back to the far side of the field and try to create as much running room as possible, but just slipped down and fell, and there's fireworks over the field. Maybe a happy Waynesburg fan shooting it off before they leave the field. 44-41, Waynesburg wins it in a thrilling game as more fireworks come down here at Allegheny, as tonight is the Meadville Halloween Parade. It is the largest nighttime parade in all of Pennsylvania, but it's the Yellow Jackets that are parading themselves down 79 back to Waynesburg through Pittsburgh in celebratory manner as the Yellow Jackets go to 3-4 on the season. Allegheny drops a heartbreaker, 1-7 overall, still not won a game since the season opener to begin the year, and Allegheny beat Bethany on the road 20-14. Since then, it's been some close games. 21-7 against Teal, not able to pull it off. Against Geneva, 13 unanswered points in the second half, but was trailing by a lot in that game last week. Waynesburg pulls out a huge victory, and we send it down to Lily Peters with our player of the game, Zane Cully, in Waynesburg's win.
Yeah, Zane, 3 touchdowns. I feel like you were handed the ball every single play. How are you able to keep that intensity up on the run game throughout all 4 quarters of the football game?
It just comes down to me. I just loving the game. I work hard. I make sure I'm in good shape. And I just love running the ball, man. The coaches see that, and they just keep giving me opportunities, and I just go out there and maximize everything I can. So.
And towards the end of the game there, did you feel any pressure or nerves? Were those a factor when it sort of became a shootout there at the end of the game?
We practice these situations. We go fast-paced in practice, so I didn't really feel any nerves. There was a little bit of pressure, but, we're ready for that, and it showed.
Thank you, Zane. Great game. Austin.
Thank you, Lily. Zane Colley ends the game with over 100 yards receiving, over 100 yards rushing, 104 yards through the air and a touchdown, the 69-yard touchdown reception off the screen, 27 runs for 149 yards and 2 touchdowns for Colley, with more awards coming his way this week as the Yellow Jackets win it 44-41 at Allegheny in what has been the game of the year for us broadcasting games on KDKA Plus, and a couple more exciting ones to come, including in a couple weeks. We'll be back Westminster and Geneva in 2 weeks. Until then, enjoy your college football weekend. For Alex Tarrant, Lily Peters, and our entire JRM video production crew, I'm Austin Bechtold saying so long from Meadville, where the Yellow Jackets sting the Gators and put up the Waynesburg W.